Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds pitch by my doorstep, swinging sweet songs, a melody's pure and sweet, saying, this is my message to you. Baby, don't worry. I love Bob Marley.
You guys gonna watch a movie?
Hell yeah! I just
see that. Yeah, and I love that it's coming out on Valentine's.
Yes, that's when it's coming out.
Yeah, Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
we're gonna be busy at the Concrete Expo, man.
Valentine's Day.
Well, yeah, watch it in the evening. I'll be busy at the Concrete Expo too. But
you're there too.
You're going on the 14th
and 15th.
Yeah, you're going both days.
Yeah, you're gonna network hard.
Yeah, it's a big show. It's gonna be
business
a good show
cards,
this year.
Business cards.
Guys, welcome to the studio.
Yeah, thank you for having us. This is amazing. Yeah,
I gotta first make some attention to the t-shirts. I want everybody to see it. So can you see it? You can see it in the wide, right? Yeah. So wouldn't it technically be number 1 and number 2 fan or number?
Right?
No,
we're
both
number 1
on the same level, man. Yeah.
But then thank you for my tea as well, right? So it's like,
I like that.
Yeah. Who's the sexy guy on the left?
I like how we found that photo of us not wearing shirts.
That's too funny, man. You guys are gonna people are gonna have to step up now.
Sorry, guys, you have to.
I actually,
I know Mikey brought in the banana bread.
We were going to, but we're like, we're coming with shirts.
No, but I actually think, Despite the alcohol and stuff, I still think that this is better than the booze, man.
Yeah, a lot better than the
you
hear that, Mikey? Listen.
Mikey's a joke. He'll get back on the show eventually, but
we have to wear the t-shirts because it's hotter than a bull's ass in here.
So TMC's in the house, man.
That's what's up. Yeah, man.
Yeah. How's work?
Good. Busy.
Who's playing hooky?
Who's playing hooky? You're playing hooky.
Yeah.
Who's running the ship right now?
I still run the ship. No, I have foreman on site, and then I have admin, and I also have a project.
But you're still on the
manager
trowel, though.
What's that?
You're still on the trowel.
And me?
Yeah.
You want to
You're
hear?
not on the trowel?
I've never been on a trowel.
You want to hear a funny story? I've probably laid maybe 6 bricks in my entire career.
And you're running the ship?
This is my company. Yeah.
When are you going to be elected for the next election? Like, what's going on here? I understand. You're a politician, man. I don't understand.
No.
How are you running such a tight ship then?
Because I come from a laboring operating background. So I was always the guy setting up all the scaffold, mixing all the mortar,
which
making
is incredibly important
on site. Because here's the thing: if the setup is in there, the organization, the scaffold, all of that, you can have the best bricklayers in the world, but what are they going to do other than just tap their trowel, waiting for bricks, waiting for masa, waiting for all that? So
masa. Oh, it's so funny. How do the Italians say it? It's masa.
It's like across the board, man. I got Mexicans who understand.
Yeah, even the Mexicans say masa.
They know it's masa.
Mexicans say masa as well, too?
Yeah. I'm sure they should say it another way, but...
That's so funny.
Because I have a couple Mexican guys, but they were working with some Portuguese guys at one point, so that's why they know. Yeah. They know masa, plancas para cima, they know it all. So,
hey, caray.
They know all the key words, man.
Yeah.
All right, hang on a sec. www.TMCMasonry.ca, TMCMasonryLTD@gmail.com, and the phone number to reach them is 519-716-1486, and on IG you'll find them definitely at tmc.masonry. And you handle all that stuff.
I do all the social media, man.
I think it's kind of clever that you chose somebody that's on the ground, like working, that's handling the social.
Yeah. You got better footage.
I think so.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you see our Instagram.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So legit. I feel like, I don't want to sound cocky or anything. This is just me being confident. Like our masonry pages, I haven't seen any page like it.
No, it's different. How do you keep the masa off of the cameras?
Let's just say, I just getting my drone back because I just destroyed it. Yeah,
it landed on the excavator.
Yeah, so equipment gets damaged a lot, but it's part of the game, man. That's it.
It's got to be challenging, man. I'd be having a hard time with that.
You know what? Like you said, it's nice because I being on the floor, I see things that a normal media guy wouldn't see, and understanding the trade as well. I know what footage to catch, and
Yeah,
I
that's
like
what
to
I mean.
tell-
It's a smart move.
Yeah, exactly. I can tell a story that a lot of media guys won't be able to tell because they don't understand the trades, right?
So right now, people are listening. They're probably looking at their own businesses and trying to figure out who's the camera person here.
Yeah, right. But hey,
Who's got
it's
some
not
sort of
it's not that
capture.
easy because
No.
a lot of guys who can do what he does, they're not in this industry.
Yeah. They don't.
They stick to the marketing and all that stuff. They're not in.
And they're like fish out of water when they get on a job site, and you can totally see how nervous they are about
they're
being
like,
on a
hey,
job
wait a
site.
minute, how'd
Try
they-
to capture
yeah.
some.
How'd they get up that
I'll get a
scaffold?
long lens and I'll
Yeah,
go
yeah.
across the street and I'll shoot some footage from over there. Right? That's
I
how.
don't want to get my Jordans dirty.
No, but yeah, it was definitely a good move. Even prior to him doing all the Instagram, like he's been working. We actually both got in roughly around the same time. I was 16 when I got into the masonry side of things in construction, and 3 years later he came in, and
Yeah, he was. And
We've
you
always-
were mentioning that you like elementary.
oh
Or high
no,
school?
high school is
Elementary,
high school is when we met.
Okay.
And then the friendship just continued, and then I got into the industry, and I welcomed him in,
Yep.
and I left the company that we started with. We went to larger union outfits, and Mr. Eddie came along with me everywhere I
So
went.
back in high school days, were you guys both looking at each other, going, "We're going to be brickies"?
No.
Like, we're going to get
No,
into
definitely
bricklaying.
No.
What was
no.
the dream back then?
What was the
Smoke
dream?
weed.
That was a reality.
To be honest, there was no real goals. There was no real dreams.
No, you're a
at that
teenager.
point.
You're a kid,
We
man.
just- the goal was to have as much fun as possible.
That's pretty much it.
Is that still the same goal today?
No,
Yes.
well,
They had
yes,
lots of
okay,
fun.
yes and no, yes and no.
And,
like things are
yeah.
much more serious. Like
We're more goal oriented.
Wait, how young are you guys?
32 this year.
I'm 33 next week.
Yeah.
Babies, man.
So-
you guys are
that's
babies
it,
still.
yeah.
Still
Lots of
young.
stuff
Still
going on.
lots
Yeah.
of room to grow. My muscles are still growing. I'm still getting taller, like.
What is,
That's
okay, I
why
know.
I eat
So
so
you're from the
much.
Azores, of course. But what's your background?
Costa Rican.
Okay,
Yeah.
all
San
right.
Jose, Costa Rica, yeah.
It's not bricky there, is it? It's stucco. Parging.
Yeah, probably like more. Yeah, there's not much masonry there.
Yeah, but you still got the same kind of roof tiles that we got going on in the Azores.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
What do
I
you call
always
it?
like-
Like,
I love that.
Tijolo
Yeah.
or
Yeah, what-
the clay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's like
Similar, yeah.
Tijolo
Lots of
or
bars on the
something.
windows too.
Why is that?
Well, it's Costa Rica's a little bit more dangerous, I'd say. Than
I got an HVAC guy there right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was on the show recently, Oris. From,
Oh, yeah?
from BlackRock.
Whereabouts
HVAC.
and-
I don't. He didn't say where he is,
Yeah.
but that's where he went, right? He went to Costa Rica. I thought he's got the house in Costa Rica. It is Costa Rica.
Yeah.
It's not Puerto Rico.
I feel like a lot of Canadians are going over there.
Yeah, I've got so many friends. That
I
have
feel
moved
like the
out
whole
there.
country's wanting to leave.
I think there's
I think
a
so.
lot
You know,
going
I've been
on in
thinking about that
Canada
too, Manny.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly,
So-
even my wife and I have been thinking about that as well. And at the end of the day, I think everyone wants to live that beach lifestyle, right? As much as they want to, but
just want to be happy. It could
Yeah.
be in winter.
It's
So
the
that's-
way of
that's
it's
me.
the
I
it's
just
the
wanna be
way of
happy.
it's
Yeah.
it's the lifestyle like
Yeah.
being you want to go to Portugal. There's a reason for that, right? So it's the lifestyle. It's the way of living. It's so much different.
I was having a conversation recently where I was just like, I think I'm tired of surviving and I want to
Live.
start living.
yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah,
I think a lot of people in construction are surviving,
yeah,
which is like shitty.
yeah.
Nobody wants to survive anymore.
No, I'm sick of all the gray hairs that come in. Like I cut a lot of them off already.
Yeah.
I know. I see it. I
Listen,
see
give
it.
up that battle,
Yeah,
man.
get that
Well, you
salt
guys
and
heard the
pepper,
Mikey
look.
show. He's off to Turkey soon. Now, you know what I mean? He's
Yeah,
going to take care
listen,
of that.
I'm gonna have to go soon too. It's happening.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
happening, Manny. It's happening.
You know what? Maybe the airlines will be sponsoring the show one day. I
right.
don't know. We'll get but I
That'd
think
be
it's
cool.
important to not just survive but live, man.
Yeah.
Yep,
Absolutely.
100%.
Even though you're like, you got. First of all, you guys got a trade that you guys got to deal with Mother Nature. Mind you, we've been having a really nice February.
Very lucky.
Yes.
Like winter's
Yeah.
gone right now. This is spring, but next week
You think we're still gonna have a piss? Like we're gonna have a huge storm?
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
I hope not.
We
but
haven't
yeah.
had shit.
I think so. I know. I watch what's gonna happen at the end of this month.
You think it's gonna be bad?
guaranteed something's gonna happen.
I don't want it. I want it
I
to
think that-
stay like this and then spring roll in.
Yeah,
We can
I
all
would
be-
like that
we can
too.
all
I don't
wish
wanna-
for
I'm
that to
done setting
happen,
up
but-
tarps. Like that is
But you're still
a task.
heating. Doesn't matter. We have good weather here. You're still heating.
Yeah, like I'm sure they'll probably work a little bit outside the tarp.
So like
today,
if we
maybe.
do like our structural like CMU projects, our block projects, if we get weather like this, no
Yeah.
way we are in any tarps. We'll finish our walls, insulated blankets over top. See you later.
See, that's what I like about you guys is that you guys are not just.
I'm glad you're going to bring this up.
Well, because you guys are fighting commercial, large scale, you know,
It's the resi,
multi, but custom, interior.
Our forte, our bread and butter, customs and commercial.
Yeah.
Really?
Resi, man.
High rise commercial or just
we're getting more. So right now is more low rise, mid rise.
Okay.
And like we're pricing some big stuff. Like we're doing the retirement home in Burlington on Palladium Way.
Okay.
The new one for Sierra Construction, large GC out of Woodstock. We got some CMU, some block work on that one, and then we got a shit ton of veneer on that, and that's 6 stories. So we use the elevated working platforms. Like we like playing with big toys, man. So,
but then you're dealing with big blocks.
Absolutely.
You know, a little brick, man.
No. We're dealing with like 10 inch, 12
How heavy
inch.
are those guys?
Man,
They look heavy. They're
rotator cuff heavy. Like,
rotator cuff.
So do the young guys complain?
I wouldn't say they can. We don't have anyone that really complains.
No, not anymore. If we did, see you later.
Well,
they didn't make the cut.
Who's the oldest? Who's the youngest?
So oldest, I think is Len, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say he'd be 50.
50-something, yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to say his age.
I know.
Because he's not gonna watch
know?
us and be like, "You motherfucker."
He's like, let's say
Late
like
40s.
later 40s.
Yeah, let's say late
Okay.
40s, and then Josh is our youngest, which is
He's the apprentice.
21.
Yeah,
21.
he's
I think.
young.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I
He's
just
a young
realized
pup.
that it was you, Eddie, that was falling asleep in the van.
Yeah, because so that was a media day. I go in, I come in with a plan.
No. We had a conversation about that.
I
We
ate
had
too
a
many
conversation.
pupusas.
Like you were out, gone, right?
No, that was all skit.
Oh,
like,
really? I
so-
thought you looked like you were gone, man.
No, yeah. See, like, I'm a good actor, man.
Yeah, he doesn't want. I watched that. He doesn't want the boss watching that stuff.
No,
man.
I go in for media days, and I'll come in with a plan.
So
like-
Monday was a media day.
Yeah. So
why.
Monday
we'll do,
media day.
Yeah, I'll have an idea. I'll maybe look at some things online, and then I'll pre-plan everything. It's better to do that, have 15 to 30 days of content than just randomly go around with the camera. That's another difference between a lot of good media guys and a lot of.
So here's the
You have to
question
stay
for you guys.
consistent.
So as the creator and as the owner, I get approached by a lot of guys asking me, is it worth doing this media? Is it worth creating this content?
Interesting.
And I said it is, right?
Absolutely.
But you just got to figure out how much is it, but you also have to figure out how much is it costing me and what's the rate of return on that investment,
for
right?
sure, yeah.
You guys are doing that. You're figuring that if I create all this content, these pieces, I design everything, I get it out there, I'm going to attract more eyeballs to see my business that's going to eventually
We're
you guys are
living in
getting
an
work from it.
attention-based world. Like that's what it's all about. Like we're attracting employees.
Everyone's on this.
Yeah.
And that's not like it's not just young guys anymore. Like there's contractors, general contractors that are
everybody's
on
on
their
it.
phone always, right?
It's all the communication.
And different platforms. Like Instagram's great, obviously, because we do get a lot of attention from that. But if we want to keep things a little bit more professional, that's what we use LinkedIn for.
Yeah.
And
it's
make
all
huge,
different
huge,
content
huge connections.
I don't think I've
promote.
seen your LinkedIn stuff. Like, what's the
We make
difference?
it's just
More civilized.
more civilized because there's more. That's more professional.
Yeah.
So
Post
the
more
sleeping
about-
video's not there then?
No, the sleeping one.
Just an example.
No, probably not.
No.
Yeah, like it would be more so finished projects. What we've done that day specifically to get project A done, or what, or
like progress
Yeah, progress
videos,
That's the word I was
finished
looking for.
product videos,
Yeah.
things like that.
And what's Facebook all about then?
well,
I guess a mix of
Facebook
both.
is
That's exactly how I would put it. Is a mixture of Instagram and what LinkedIn would be. I do post a lot of what we do on Instagram on Facebook
Because
specifically
they work together,
Yeah,
like Instagram
yeah,
and Facebook.
yeah.
So,
So let's talk advertising because I'm an 80s kid and we used to grow up and I knew about this in school where it's like companies would spend 10% of their income that they brought in, right?
Yeah.
And they would allocate that towards marketing costs.
Yeah.
Should the construction industry be doing that? Are you guys doing that? Spending that amount
So
of
we
money?
don't do any paid ads.
No, but
Yeah.
to create the content. So I'm grouping
Yeah.
it all together. So
Yeah.
you to shoot content and assemble it and have it all ready and
Yeah.
manage the website and manage
Yeah.
the social media, that all costs something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing it for free or whatever. There's
Yeah.
there's a cost, a number attached to that
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Is it like 10% of what you guys are grossing in here? Is that how you guys are looking at it? Because I want people to understand that
So, like,
it's valuable to do this.
It is valuable. And I know, so we have a deal structured. Like we are very good friends. It's not like, some guy just met on IG and, he throws me a crazy price for this because I did have people offer to do that stuff on my
course.
page. But Eddie is, you know, he's a master in this stuff. And he sat me down and said, Ty, I can do all this for you for X amount of dollars. And me knowing obviously the financial side of my business, I said, absolutely, I'd be willing.
And you looked at the number and you said, this makes sense.
Absolutely, 100%. And I knew this is where we had to go with the business too. Like this is, I believe what we're doing online has helped my business 10X since I started it. So
when did you start it? How far back that Eddie
2018 is when I started the business, but we started going heavy on social.
Probably last year, like I would say early last year.
Yeah.
Seeking top-tier windows? Look no further. Payne's Window Manufacturing is the ultimate choice for custom builders, contractors, and homeowners. Visit www.paynes.com now to experience the pinnacle of quality and customization. Get your instant custom quote today. Elevate excellence with us. Plus, enjoy nationwide shipping across Canada and the U.S.
Yeah.
And you could see a change.
Yeah.
Well, we
so
will.
A lot of it, this is the way I put it. Like what we did was heavily focus on TMC's branding, right? And what we did is penetrate online. Like everyone, like he's been walking down the road randomly or at a supplier shop, and people are like, "Oh, it's a TMC guy," or even at big meetings, they'll mention his social media, right? So what we did was essentially just penetrate TMC through the online space of construction, right? And to answer a little bit of your question there, should, you know, contractors or any tradespeople do online? 100%.
Yeah.
Like I said, so what did we do back in the day? Newspaper ads, billboards, you know, business cards. Great. But where is everyone's attention right now? It's not on a newspaper. No one's picking up a newspaper
No. It's all on the screens.
People throw away business cards. It's all screens.
Yeah.
Everyone's on their cell phone, laptop. You can even advertise on smart TV now, right? Like through YouTube or whatnot. So I definitely think every tradesperson should have at least, you know, 1 or 2 social media pages.
But their gripe is like, I don't have time for it. I got to focus on my business.
So that's where you hire a guy like me.
I know. That's why you guys are doing it smart. It makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Because there's value in that. And obviously when you started doing it and you guys started structuring it, it didn't see results right away. You have to build it, right?
You have to, and you have to be consistent.
Laying bricks in the business itself and the way the business is going to be portrayed. That didn't happen overnight. And you ain't going to fuck it up overnight either, right? It's going to take some time to do that. You've done little things to make it wrong or right.
Yeah, that's it. Everything, the business, starting the business, a lot of this, you know what I mean? A lot of learning curves. Same with this.
It's construction, man.
Absolutely. And another, I think, benefit from social media, besides, you know, gaining business, is the employees, the growth of your employees, right? Like
they're finding you that way.
100%. And people are literally saying they're coming because of what we do. Social media allows you to showcase what your company culture is, what your business is about. Yeah. And we do such a great job at TMC showcasing like the culture. And that's one thing that I focus on, is really bringing that out in every little post we do. That's why, you know, those funny videos of us sleeping or whatnot, that brings so much attention, and people love seeing that to the point where they're like, we want to work with you.
But that's company culture.
Yeah.
It's what it's all about. And it's like just looking at my DMs from people who want to come work with TMC Masonry. It's crazy. So everyone always says, oh, like having a hard time hiring, can't find good guys.
They're not painting the right picture.
How do you find all these guys? Because we have 30 guys out in the field right now between 4 different crews. So to have all those employees, mind you, Manny, it took 6 years to have these guys that we have now, and girls. It took 6 years for me to develop an A-list team of elite members.
How were you finding them before?
It's all through my connections in this industry. I've been in it since I was 16.
Yeah.
And I was always social, always a social butterfly. So I made relationships throughout all these years in the industry. And, you know, you reach out to people. So it was tough, though, because not everybody wants to come to a new business that starts up, especially when they have families.
Bricklayer, man.
Absolutely. No, but the thing is, I would reach out to bricklayers. I needed experienced bricklayers. Remember, I'm not a bricklayer.
Yeah. But so, you understand the labor.
So here's the thing. When I started, I knew I would tell a bricklayer, you come work for me, you don't have to do nothing. All you have to do is put units on the wall. I'm going to raise your planks. I'm going to make sure you got mortar. I'm going to make sure there's always bricks in front of your face. You don't have to do nothing. You'll go on your break. I'm going to do your joints. You come back, your joints are done, your planks are up, go again. Lunchtime, you go on lunch, I do your joints, planks up, come back. He leaves for the day. He leaves around 5 o'clock. I stay until 9 o'clock, setting up the next wall, spread bricks, get mortar boards there. Planks are on the ground because I don't like them walking on the ground right away. So it's all about efficiency and staying and making sure that production's always there. I know how to keep these guys going no matter what. They never have to sit there with their trowel going, never. Because if the bricks are there, the mortar's on the boards, it's go time.
I think that's what's awesome about you is...
Are you the only one? Sorry, are you the only one that's doing that, or
So
that's the company culture that you teach?
Things have changed.
So
this is the begin. This is what I had to do at the beginning. And
so this is a starting point.
So now things are different because there's a lot more going on. We don't just supply labor. We supply and install. So there's a lot of moving parts on the back end that I need to be a part of.
Sorry, Eddie, you were saying?
Yeah, but it's just to add to that too, because you mentioned company culture, and he did duplicate that through me. I learned everything he did, and I was pretty much like a duplication.
You saw the value of this
100%,
monotony that was being taught.
So
right?
going back to what I was just about to say is, it's very having a boss or an owner that understands the operation side and the laboring side of things helps a lot, because then you can make sure that you're putting in units, and bricklayers are just focused on that. So he gave me that mentality, always keep the masons going. And I think most laborers understand that concept, most operators understand that concept. I just think that we understand on a larger scale, because he was able to duplicate that through me, and then I was able to duplicate that to the guys on the field now. And because I still go out on the field here and there, I'm able to still continuously teach them. We put the planks out this way so that it's easier for the bricklayers, or not stepping in mud. We put planks on in the inside so the laborers don't have to step in the mud, and showing them tricks here and there, how to set up, how to tarp properly in the winter, because that's a big thing too, right?
It's a whole other system right
fold
there.
a tarp.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's another thing. Put it.
You don't need feet to fold a tarp, by the way.
Hell yeah.
You still need hands, right? But what I love about that lesson that you're teaching is, if the owner of the business has no problem doing this stuff, me as the new guy or the girl, I should have no problem.
Exactly.
Doing
Absolutely.
this.
And he still come out too.
I'm still on the job sites. I love it. I can't stop.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why I hired back end. There's a reason why I have a team on the back end in the back office, is so that I can still be the operations manager and go from each of my jobs. And I put work in. And like I said, I set the tone when I come on the job site and people see me move, people see me work. Right away, they're moving just like me, or they're trying to be. And I always say, it's good to be competitive, not in an arrogant way, but it's good to be competitive. See somebody like me who moves the way I do and works as hard as I do. Look at me and say, I think I could do better than that guy.
It's going to make them step up.
And that was me
100%.
Throughout my whole career, from literally the moment I got into it when I was 16, it was visual. That guy knows what he's doing. Watch that guy, everything he does, I'm going to do. And then I'm going to do it a little bit better than him. And that's kind of how I went through every company that I worked with, which wasn't too many. It's when you provide such value and a skill set, they don't want to get rid of you.
They don't want to let you go.
Yeah.
So it's not like I jumped from a million companies. I was with 5 different companies before I started my business, and that's 16 years.
But the best compliment that anybody that's getting started in the industry can get is the employer that you're looking to leave is asking you several times to stay. It means that you actually did something
that
right
is a compliment.
while you were there, right? But if your employer says, okay, then it kind of says it's a reflection of what you contributed to that business.
See ya. Yeah.
It's like, okay, see you later, go.
Yeah.
Gone.
And the thing is too, like Toronto's crazy. Bloodbath.
Oh yeah.
So we both came from the union. We both came from the union, but we are a non-union outfit. And
on purpose?
On purpose. Okay. I did not want.
But you're treating everybody as equally, if not more.
Absolutely. And the culture, you can't find a culture that we have within the union. There is no way. And it's all politics, and I don't want to get too much into that. But
I don't need a knock on the door.
No, exactly. We don't need that. But anyways, it's, for me, I can create that type of culture because there's nothing going on in the back there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And come into TMC, you're not just a number, because you can be a part of the union and let's say, big job's complete. And now some people are sitting at home and they're back on the list. Mm-hmm. And now another big outfit needs a bunch of laborers and bricklayers. They make a call. Yeah, we need more bricklayers, laborers. Then they push those guys out on the list. For me, I get to create my team.
For you look at that and that's not efficient.
No.
That's a waste of opportunity for a lot of skilled people.
And I want to create my team. It's just like, any all-star hockey team or basketball team, it doesn't matter. Like,
I've had other guys in here talk about construction is like it's a sport.
Yeah. It is.
It's athletes. That's all it is.
It is. It is.
And
you don't see
they don't get the endorsement deals. They're not the same quite, but it's like a team. Honestly, it totally is.
And that's how I treat it. And it's like I said, it took. I don't honestly, Manny. I've been through maybe over 100 employees, maybe more, to get the good 30 that I have today. Yeah. It was a lot of catch and release.
Did you ever see a downturn? No, you would not have seen a down. Maybe a slowdown in 2009. No,
we never slowed
down.
Not
Brecky.
Never. And I made sure we never slowed down. I knew having employees, I'm not just taking care of myself. I'm taking care of each and every one of my employees, my team members, and their families. Yeah. And that stuck with me. And I knew, like, when, low key on the sidelines, nobody really knows what's going on the back. And when it comes to what job's coming up next, scheduling, things like that, there was times where I'm like, fuck, like, I got to get something quick because these guys got to keep working. If they sit at home, phones going to their ear and they might be calling another bricklaying company to go work for them.
And that's exactly what they'll do.
Always got to be grinding. So, that's it.
What's the repeat business like? Because obviously you're finding the right builders to work with, and they're calling you first. Yeah. Right. So it's got to be high.
Yeah, we do have repeat clients, but we're also on all the bids and tenders platforms.
That's the whole commercial side of things.
That's the commercial side of things. And at the beginning, when we were all involved in those tract homes, the production houses, but
it's a good proving ground.
It is, and that's where it started. Yeah. So no disrespect to it. That's where it started. But I knew from the day I started in it, I needed to get out because we come from a commercial residential. We started, yes, but then we worked for large outfits who only did commercial. Yeah. And I would think, why aren't these guys touching houses? There's a reason. There's a reason for that. True. And I knew if these big outfits aren't touching houses, these tract homes, these high production, high volume builders, if they're not working with them, there's a reason for that. So I knew I needed, if I wanted to be just like them, I had to start finding very, very good, credible GCs to start working with. And I knew those connections, a lot of them were made on LinkedIn, just chatting with people, getting on the phone, lots of cold calls, and then finally being invited to their bids and tenders lists. And then boom, price. Then I hired my estimator because shit was getting crazy.
It's not, you guys are not racing to the bottom, are you?
Racing to the bottom?
Yeah, price-wise.
What do you mean by that?
In your trade.
Like racing to the bottom for like
competing on bids, and then they're only bidding.
We compete.
Yeah,
and there is people who come in like and just.
But it's the one trade that's like crazy. It's not going that way. It's like you have to hire somebody that's legitimate, that's going to do a good job,
especially for commercial projects. Especially when you're doing structural block, Manny, like these CMU projects, these big ones. You can't just get a guy from Resi to come do that. No way. See it like structural work, completely different ballgame. Yeah, completely different. That involves the filling, the grout, the rebar, like
all that
bond beams, and when I list all the different types of blocks and the specialty blocks to somebody fresh who's never seen this before, they're like, "Oh my God, they're like an encyclopedia."
They don't get it. They don't get it because they just assume it's just a brick.
Yeah,
either it's a large or a small.
That's it. It was this Ontario size, metric mods, or jumbos.
No, but you guys are doing all kinds of shit, man.
We work with any product you can, like precast installation.
But you have your favorites?
To be honest, it's all my favorite. I love structural block.
Yeah,
really?
I love it. I know it gets covered with drywall or it gets painted, but it's
cleaner looking. I find it when it's done well.
It's the grind.
I've seen some jobs where it's like there wasn't even a level on site, man.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
raccoons are climbing those walls.
Yeah, I was just like, it was bad, and it's just like, and I remember inspectors saying, "Yeah, it's sound. We'll pass it. It's fine."
Well, that's the thing too with block. It's like a lot of people are just like, yeah, But I'm
important.
telling you, it's a grind behind it.
Yeah.
It's the behind the
Well,
scenes.
you're seeing Julia from Brick Chick. She's always doing the structural stuff going on. And indoors, it's kind of nice too, right? You save yourself from the winter elements, right? So it's a nice little contract run that she has going, which is great.
Yeah, no, she's doing good. She's killing it. Yeah. She's killing it. Kudos to you, Brick Chick.
Brick Chick. I love that. What a great name.
Yeah, no doubt, eh?
Brick Chick. Brick dudes.
There probably is. You don't think there is?
Maybe. Brick dudes?
Well, there's got to be.
Yeah, right there. The Suavemente Brick dudes.
So, looking for cutting-edge solutions for your spray foam needs? Look no further than Elasticam Specialty Chemicals. With a remarkable track record spanning over 3 decades, Elasticam stands as an industry-leading supplying contractors across Canada with top-grade closed-cell, open-cell, and specialty foam products and accessories. Experience hassle-free spraying in both summer and winter with Insulthane Extreme, Canada's groundbreaking HFO closed-cell product. Time is precious, and we know it. Optimize your efficiency and avoid downtime by choosing the best products with the best technical and customer support. Elevate your spray foam game today with Insulthane Spray Foam products by Elasticam. Give them a try today. Visit their website at www.elasticam.com or give them a call at 1-877-787-2436. Now that you've established the business, where's it going to go? Because obviously you're thinking about where it's headed.
Yeah.
And then my next question is like, when are you going to get out of it?
Yeah, that's tough.
That's
to be
everyone.
honest,
Everybody in construction has to understand that there's an exit door somewhere.
Somewhere.
But not sometime.
Not anytime soon. That's for sure.
No.
Being 33 years young, I don't see that like right now.
Lottery win, would you still run the business?
Say again?
Lottery win, would you still run the business?
100%.
Same with you, Eddie? You'd be in there as well?
100%, yeah. Yeah. I kind of want to, I'd like to keep my feet inside the trades. That's why I started a marketing company and focused on just trades.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's so many avenues you could take within the trades, whether you're out on the field or not, right? Like, look at you. You started a podcast within the trades.
Yeah.
So
there's always stories. Yeah. I've always said it from day one. There's always stories to be told.
Exactly.
Just because it's construction. Like when I got into trades and I got into content creation, it was shit. Like there was nothing going on. So then I came up with my own shit. I was like, when I meet these people and I'm talking to them at trade shows, I'm like, you guys got personalities. You got character. Why am I not seeing these characters and these personalities? I'm seeing these sales messages. This is boring to me, man. Send me the specs later on, but tell me who the fuck you really are, right? I want to know who you are.
That's right.
And then we learn each other. Like it's important, I think, to get that. And you guys do that. You get that out there.
Absolutely. It's all about the people, man.
It's about voicing what blue collar is. Like I have this dream that, because at the end of the day, construction, there's a lot of trades that are dying, especially masonry, right? So
number one,
it'd be cool to bring the sexy back, if you will, to blue collar, right? And have the young generation understand that there is a future in this, right?
They don't want to get their hands dirty.
I get that, but that's my passion, is to showcase that via social media and show people the young generation that you can get your hands dirty and still
I think we could change it.
Yeah, 100%. I think and I think we're doing a pretty decent job.
Absolutely,
doing that.
absolutely. And you know what too is being where we are today with TMC Masonry, especially with these commercial jobs and incorporating, really good equipment, because the better the equipment, that can help the laborers to make things easier on them. And it's not such a bitch for them. Like they're not going to be complaining about their back or this or that. The other thing, especially lifting planks. And that's why, we love working with hydraulic elevator working platforms, because there is no plankage por cima. There's, it's turn a key and bricks,
it's a lot
mortar, everything up. And I love that, because most of the time it comes with engineered approved drawings. MOL shows up on site. Boom, show them this. You guys keep working. Everybody else out.
And they respect it as well, too.
100%.
Because they know that you're thinking the bigger picture here.
Well, they don't see scaffold. They see those units. They're like, these guys know what they're doing, for sure. You don't see a lot of masonry companies using stuff like that.
Are you using that on the resi as well, too?
No, never,
right?
Never.
There's not a real reason for it.
No, you'll lose money.
Yeah, at that point.
Money. Yeah.
But it's important on commercial.
There is a cost to that. Absolutely. When you're going as high as even 6 stories, like you're not to use scaffold on something like that, then you're in a whirlwind of shit.
When's the big point? I've never seen it done, but the thing is, how often do you have to get the ties to the building?
For the hydraulic
Yeah,
elevator?
for the hydraulic.
So it depends what units you use, because you can use climbers, you can use hydrolift, you can use fracos. So climber is the one that you can go the highest with.
How high are
so
we talking?
75 feet. 75 feet. So that's a 6-story building.
It's very
75
shaky
high.
up there.
75 feet freestanding, 50 feet of platform.
Freestanding?
50 feet of platform. Sorry.
Yeah.
With brick
Don't hit
and
my mic.
mortar and...
Brits, everything is evenly distributed from your main
I was
mast
going to say,
tower,
you can't like...
the most weight, so your mortar box sits right at that tower, 2 full cubes of brick, and then you could go just half cubes, and then you could do your
The last
bands of
2
brick.
platforms, you can't have anything on.
Yeah,
that.
You
no.
can get that much brick on there?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Hey, they do block jobs with this.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We have some great content with
I was gonna
Tyler.
say, yeah. Well,
So
we're
whoever
gonna
wants
have
to see these
No,
things,
yeah,
definitely
go on
check it
Teams.
out.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
insane,
Yeah.
But
It
you
does-
understand the value for setting it up that
Absolutely.
way.
Yeah, yeah,
And
And,
then
we
you-
were certified too to do that. Yeah.
It's because of we didn't stay within the residential side of masonry. We ended up going to work for larger outfits, and that's where we got that experience. I literally was just moving climbers around for like an entire year. So I was like, you know what? When I start my business, this
That's
is
what
what I
you're
want.
gonna do.
That's what I want. And it's very, very intriguing. And every time an employee says, oh, I'm interested in, or a potential employee says, I'm interested in working for you with your company, I always refer them to my Instagram page. Before we go any further, check us out. Give them 5
What
to
is
10
it?
minutes, phone call comes right back. Man, I want to come work with you
They
guys.
get it, right?
Yeah.
Company culture, man.
It's, yeah, it's basically a phone interview. It's an Instagram interview.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all
check
it is.
Check us out.
You
We're all
want to be
over
a part of
social
this?
media.
This
Yeah.
is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
This is who we are.
Yeah.
And then they stay. I'm sure that you don't get that much turnover going
No.
on. No, right?
No.
People join and they stay.
That's it.
But you've heard the shows with other bricklayers on this show where they get a lot of turnover. Once the winter comes,
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
So, but that's
Yeah.
the thing too, is like,
So this
you have to have a system when it comes to tarping.
Yep.
You have to have a
Yeah.
system, and I try and make it as easy as I possibly can for everybody, and that comes to like taking a sheet of plywood, pre-cutting it in my shop, have it all ready with nails, all the tacks in it. You put them in huge buckets, you give them to the guys, have all their tarps, but I show them the way I tarp, and I think the way I tarp is
by far the easiest. Yeah.
it's pretty efficient too. So as long as I can duplicate what I know, and then preparation is key. Make sure they have all the proper tools or drills or skill saws, all cordless. Away they go.
And that's how you decrease the turnover. Like you said before, is like making it easy for the labor. I think that's why we had such a downfall in masonry and why it's a dying trade. Because, man, when I started masonry, I get
shit
yelled like
nobody wants to
crazy
do.
by Portuguese guys. Carai, man, what are you doing? You know, right? So I think it's about respecting laborers nowadays and making it easy for them to want to stay, right? And you do that by duplicating the techniques you've learned and by making sure they get new saws, right? Good mixers, good machines, right?
And we use I don't know if you've seen, sorry to cut you off,
silos,
but we use silos
yeah,
a lot.
that too.
So that avoids your sand, that avoids your sand pile, that
Yeah,
avoids
you're not
shoveling,
breaking
that
your
avoids
back.
I mean,
throwing.
that's
Yeah.
back in the day. Yeah, sure, I get it. That what is it? 3-to-1, 2-to-1, 3-to-1,
3-to-1.
3-to-1. Yeah. Like everyone thought they had a perfect 3-to-1 ratio every single time.
No.
You
Because
can't-
one guy uses a
silo-
square shovel, one guy
yeah,
uses
yeah.
a spade
silo
shovel.
makes it a perfect, like
Yeah.
you can bake a cake
Pre-mix,
if you want.
pre-mix. Just
Yeah.
add water, just like Aunt Jemima's
Exactly.
pancakes.
Yeah.
Seriously,
But that's
though,
what the way you set up things is that it's almost like you want the workforce to come on the job site
Absolutely.
and you're expecting them to give you an issue.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, what about this? And you're like, no.
Yeah.
we
No,
talked
no,
about-
no,
we
no,
were
we
talking-
got- yeah.
What about,
Yeah.
wait. Like, you have no excuses now.
Yeah.
All it is now you say you're a good mason, mace.
Show.
That's
Yeah.
it, done.
Yeah.
Take
Yeah.
care of it.
Yeah.
We're giving you everything to take care of it,
That's right.
which is the best, man.
Way to
And I
go.
was told from one of my mentors when I first started, invest in your equipment. Invest in your equipment. Don't have shit. Don't have shit planks.
No.
Don't just invest in your equipment. Watch.
What do you do with the old planks?
The old plank, so you end up cutting them up. If you
Or if
can
it's
save
that
it
bad,
for a short
yeah.
plank.
They burn nice.
If you, yeah, they're
Smell the
expensive, man.
masonry, baby.
A cost of a plank nowadays, my God.
No, I'm saying when they're
yeah.
completely beat up.
Yeah.
Completely
If the
beat up.
telehandler were over it or something
So
like.
if you can save 8 feet of it to make a short plank,
Great.
then we
Yeah.
save it, we
Sure.
cleat it, 8-footer. But if you can't save it, then you can make smaller pads to help,
I'll usually make
adjust-
like a pile of them, and then if we need to cut them, you'll cut them.
Did you guys recently see someone? I saw it or someone sent it to me, and some idiot created an epoxy floor over OSB board.
What?
Did you guys see this on
No.
social media?
No.
And then someone just left a caption saying, "I think the epoxy game has just gone down the drain." And some designer, some homeowner thought this was brilliant, right? So
Yeah.
I'm bringing this up
So
because
they just epoxied over OSB.
right over the OSB, they
That's
epoxied
awesome.
it, and this
That's
is a finished floor. And I'm like, you guys are idiots. This is stupid.
Crazy.
And I want homeowners that are
Did they
listening
put
going,
some-
take the old planks and epoxy them on a fucking floor. That's what I want them to do because that's going to look like shit as well.
Yeah.
But it's just
Yeah.
like these are the crazy ideas. But it's good that you're 8 foot and you're still using the value of it.
Oh, yeah.
right?
Well, man, the planks, Manny, they're so
Expensive, yeah.
They're
expensive. man.
expensive. It's
Yeah.
stupid expensive, but they don't last forever.
No.
That's the
Kind of like a
worst, yeah.
mason.
No.
Yeah.
Exactly. But there's ways to
Nowadays.
make them last a little bit longer than they should.
You gotta take care of them
Don't
as
be
tools.
don't be cutting any bricks on any of my planks
Yeah.
without something underneath that brick. Like just take a mortarboard. I don't care. Bust up my mortarboard, sure. But the plank, because I can cut more mortarboards easily.
It's true. But anything,
But-
anything almost could be a mortarboard.
Absolutely, but
Yeah.
we stick to plywood, man.
Yeah,
we
good
stick
qual-
to
yeah.
plywood. If I can
Cut,
find some
that's
good
another
sheets
thing.
of
Cut
form ply,
the edges.
You guys are too young for this, but I don't know if you guys remember the 80s where all the kids used to walk around with folded sheets of cardboard for breakdancing days.
Yeah.
oh my,
You
okay,
guys
I
remember
know
that
of
shit?
the,
With
I
the
know,
radio?
You know
yeah,
this
yeah.
history,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I
Hell
can just
yeah.
picture some kind of wannabe show-off mason trying to get on the job site showing up with like a melon on my mortarboard. I'm like, dude, you're way out to lunch, man. Way out to
That's
lunch.
hilarious.
As soon as you put that first bucket of masa on there, that thing is toast,
Yeah.
man.
Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
Which brings me to the okay. So, do most masons cut brick with the trowels, or are they still using brick hammers?
That's funny you said that. I did that the other day just to cut something quickly, and someone called me out on it. Like, you're ever gonna ruin your trowel like that?
It's the side corners.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly. But
so
I
is
was
it
taught.
sacrilege or what? Is it like my dad used to do it all the time?
Yeah.
but he did it really clean. He
It's
never
okay.
kept his. I still have his.
We're
trowel.
gonna get something clear too
Yeah.
quickly. Production homes, tract homes, you're always gonna see guys cutting brick with their trowels or
Yeah.
their brick or their
Yeah,
brick hammers.
the old school
When you
guys,
go
yeah.
custom and you're, quality has to be there. You're
100%,
cutting
yeah.
it with a saw.
I like the sound that a trowel makes when you're cutting a brick
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
a trowel
Yeah.
instead of a mason's hammer.
Yeah.
It makes a
Yeah.
different sound.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does. Oh yeah,
100%.
it is. But you don't see that too much.
It's
either.
quick. I know what you're saying. Like production homes, at the end of the day, let's just put up the fucking building, right? So hit it with
Yeah.
the trowel, put it on the wall. Doesn't
Fireplaces inside. What kinds of stuff do you guys like?
Nope. We
No?
do not do that. no.
You're not getting into that anymore?
Well,
You're
we have
done?
way too many guys. We just do new build, like massive projects.
Really? Yeah. But what if you
'cause
get a client, I guess, come along and we want a fireplace?
I'll give that to my buddy. Shout out TMC Masonry.
Okay.
He is the guy who does like all the smaller stuff, brick infills, chimneys, fireplaces, stuff like that. That's for Mr. T-Sean. So,
Okay. Because
Yeah.
it makes sense, right?
yeah, it doesn't make sense for me to worry about getting that all scheduled, ordering all the material for it. And, it's such a small job. It's in and out. Matt has the perfect setup for that stuff. The guy is the Milwaukee King.
Yeah,
You gotta
cordless king, man.
oh,
This guy,
yeah.
insane.
Everything. I think he has the microwave now too. I don't know. But seriously, this guy's everything.
Or the little box that you ride around in.
yeah, this guy's
One little
everything.
box.
They have it's like a
I think
toolbox.
no, somebody made that. I think somebody made
Are you
that.
sure, man? I don't know. I swear I seen it on Milwaukee's page.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
He's
We'll
riding
find
the
out. But yeah, he's
toolbox,
riding like a freaking
Paco,
go-kart.
The Paco.
I was
Yeah.
going to say that you're smart about investing in tools for the job and for
Yeah.
the employees and everything like that, but there's a fine line between investing and abusing.
Yeah.
Like
No, I
wanting
get
to
it.
buy everything.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you don't need everything.
I know,
Yeah.
Matt. Like I'm kind of going overboard with what I know. Everything he has, I'm pretty sure he uses it because a
Yeah.
lot of it looks
Yeah.
like it's been used.
Of
So
course.
yeah,
There's no
so,
styrofoam on
Yeah.
it.
That's
no
awesome.
styrofoam on it.
But yeah,
That's
you're right
hilarious,
too. Like
yeah.
I feel like there's so many things because it's the construction industry is finally innovating, right? So there's a lot of crazy things like the
there's always-
exoskeleton.
Yeah,
That's
have you
another
seen
crazy-
that?
I've
Fracco makes
seen
it.
it, and-
Fracco
Yeah.
makes one, and Hilti makes one.
And I don't know about it. Have you guys seen it in person? Have you tried it?
So-
I'm hoping we're going to see it next week at the Concrete
Concrete
Expo.
Expo.
Hilti?
Yeah.
It's a Hilti, isn't it?
There's Hilti
So-
has one
and
and
Fracco.
Fracco has
Fracco
one. And
had
I think
it
another
first.
company.
Fracco
has
was
one.
Hilti's
first.
there, and Hilti's got a big booth. So I'm
But
assuming.
Hilti's
Yeah,
is,
that-
I seen the one where Buddy had his
So there's-
huge like jackhammer, and he had like a cable over his
Yeah,
head.
yeah.
Is that the one we're talking
So
about?
I think
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
Hilti or Fracco. They have 3 versions of them.
I don't even know what it's called. I'm just like, I don't know if it's
So
a good
Fracco
idea.
has like a true exoskeleton, which they've been testing with the block layers
Yeah.
to help to see like how it assists them with lifting that block onto the
Yeah,
wall.
It makes sense, right?
I think you just got to work out more, man.
You stop being a little bitch. I'm just kidding.
No, but it just like, is it gonna make you a weaker mason? And
So
I don't
thank
mean
you.
weaker
Yes,
physically.
that's
Yes.
what my
I mean
concern was.
lazier,
Yeah.
weaker.
Yep.
Is that what
Yeah.
it's going to do?
Yeah.
So when you try to shift gears and you got maybe a section of the wall that you
You're
can't
right.
get to
Yeah.
that area properly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like you won't be able to handle it
Yeah.
now.
That's right.
Because you've been conditioned to not do it
Yeah.
well.
It's true.
Like, if we're going to start attaching freaking robots to our bodies, we're not going to be using our own muscles. We're going to get weaker. Like, I don't know. I'm not about it. But, hey, maybe it might work.
I've always like, I don't think we're going to get replaced by AI or robots.
Not anytime
in
soon.
trades.
Yeah.
Modular
I don't-
building is a different thing.
Yeah.
And you guys obviously saw the outside of this building.
Yep.
Modular is modular. That's what it
Yeah.
is, right? But you're going to still get people that when they want masonry, they want masonry.
Of course.
They're not going to want panels of masonry.
No.
Yeah.
And then you drop in panels of masonry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's more for like, just like certain units that you just build.
Yeah.
But there's still going to be a love for masonry.
Absolutely.
100%, yeah.
I don't think that'll
a
go
machine
away.
can't do it. I don't think there's ever going to be a machine with a cigar sticking out of his mouth.
Yeah. Once you put that cigarette in your
tapping the
mouth,
brick
you're,
with
you're
I
their
would
now
love
an
that.
expert.
And they call that
Yeah.
machine Frank or something. You know? Or Zay. Oh, Zay.
On the back, there's dials.
Check out
There's dials on the back for whatever language you want,
Yeah,
and then the profanity that's
Portuguese,
attached to it.
Italian. Okay,
You're
come
asking
here.
them what their names are, and they're telling you in different languages, man. Somebody get a
That'd be
battery for him, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
No, but I don't think it's going to change that way. Not in our
Mm-mm.
lifetime. I don't think it's going to stay. I think you still need that tradesperson on the line,
Yep.
man. I think that's
think so.
important, right?
I think so.
For over 30 years, Technometal Post's vision and goal has been to revolutionize the construction industry, and today they are proud to say that they have achieved this. Their dreams drove them to design, innovate, and build reliable products, develop leading-edge installation equipment, as well as train and certify professional installers just like you. Technometal Post products are used throughout the world. They do the research, the evidence is there, and testimonials have shown that their helical piles have become a standard in the building industry. Many customers and contractors have already adopted our technology, and for them, it would be impractical to do it any differently. Reach out to them at www.technometalpost.com for your next project.
For sure.
I think what would be cool to see innovating, there's like dustless saws, things that'll really help, like I don't want to breathe in dust, and sure you can put on a mask, but like a dustless saw is,
Yeah, they have the IQ. IQ is the brand, I think.
IQ it is, yeah.
You've seen them?
I've seen them.
So that's they do
that's
have them.
cool innovation for
And I would love
for
to
the
incorporate
industry.
that.
Yeah.
But you should see how many saws I go through. It's
I know.
crazy, man.
Well, that's another thing.
Why do
like
you go through
dust,
so many
because
saws?
of dust. Like
Because
it's
of dust,
and
theft.
Theft before dust or dust before theft?
Theft happens
while it's getting
wow,
dusty.
it's all dusty. That's the cover.
Yeah, what the fuck is it? I swear I put it right
Follow
here, man.
the sound. Just follow the sound as he's going down the street.
Yeah.
You're hearing that?
Bye.
But then you can throw the hose on it, no?
Yeah.
No,
but then
it's
it just makes a mess of the
a mess
product.
of everything.
Yeah.
You're going to be laying a wet, slimy, like brick or stone or
That only
precast,
works if
whatever.
you're like pre-cutting, like you got coin corners and they're going up on every corner.
So I have a
Cutting
wet,
bunch and putting it on a
saw. We have
skid.
the wet saw,
Yeah,
the table
yeah.
saw, which is great.
Which kind of makes sense, but that also puts a lot of stress on that saw, cutting a 2.5 whatever brick or block.
Well, brick is like block. I don't mind because it's softer.
Yeah,
it
it's a
cuts
lot
through
softer.
like butter.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like butter.
yeah.
Clay bricks. Oh my
Yeah.
god, man! Like how many blades? So I honestly, I got to start keeping track of how many blades we go through in a year.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We need
They
to
just wear out fast.
We get a lot of
Supplier
people
to
reach out to see if they'll secure a
sponsor-
deal with
yeah,
us.
Yeah. That's another
Blades
thing
Direct.
we're working on.
I'm sure you've seen them
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Blades
So then
Direct.
take it, or you don't want to take
No,
it?
I have twice already. We did the
Good.
whole free saw, blades, blah blah blah. It just didn't make sense for me, but
Yeah.
yeah, honestly, I'm really trying to bunker down and find somebody who can give us the best deal. I know. What was it?
What are you guys running? You guys are running stills, right?
Stills, Huskies, and Echoes.
Foreman's,
Huskies are better than stills, or stills are Huskies?
Still, man.
Stills are go-to.
Still, yeah.
See, that's the thing. It's like I have a foreman that's like Huskies, so I give him the Huskies. Then all the other foremen, still.
But what's the real difference?
Honestly, I don't know. Then they say weight, and I pick them both up, and I'm like, they're both
No,
heavy,
I think
man.
the distribution of weight is different. Yeah, because I
Okay,
cover both, man.
One
and like,
thing I'm gonna say right now that I don't know why Still hasn't picked this up yet.
yeah,
there's
the
a
ring. Yeah,
because not
yeah,
every
yeah.
blade has the same size hole.
Oh, the fucking arbor thing?
The arbor. So on Still, you can't flip that. It's one size arbor. On the Husky, you can flip it. So you never need that stupid little gold ring. And then that gold ring gets lost. And then everyone's trying to put the blade on the Still. And now we can't find the gold ring. And where's the gold ring?
Just
And
make it do this.
yeah.
and that's how you lose a
Speed
finger.
wobble. Speed wobble.
I've
And then they go
seen
to
that
cut that
though, man.
brick.
I've seen a laborer do that, man. And
He's just
like,
looking, well, he can't see, first of all. Like he's not looking around.
No, but that's the one thing
I don't want to be
think-
near him when he's parking a car.
But I think Still needs to pick up on that. That's all they need to do. And then
Why
I
can't
would
all
be
these
so
tool
happy.
brands just get along and just play in the
Yeah.
same sandbox and
Make
one the multi-tools
massive-
bug the hell out of me, how everyone's
Yeah.
bit is different and how it
Yeah.
fits. And I'm like, just get on the same page with
That's it.
everything,
Yeah.
man.
so true.
I know. And that
Same
like,
batteries, that would be awesome.
well, I started DeWalt and now I'm DeWalt everything.
Yeah.
It just kind of started like that. I
It
don't
just
have
stuck
a
with you?
preference. It just I
DeWalt's
have all
got
the batteries.
They got the battery quick cut, no?
See, I'll never do that.
Yeah, they
dust.
do.
How quick do you
Yeah,
think?
See-
What's dust going to do to the electronic?
It's gonna kill it.
So that
You'd
can
have
stay.
to vacuum.
That can stay on the shelf.
Vacuum it the whole time.
Yeah, no.
brush
No, no,
it.
no.
Can you
Car
imagine
little
that?
narrow
No,
thing.
I want that
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
combustion engine.
You know the guys who invented the hanging robot, whatever. That thing. Those guys should have been working on. You know how you see tile guys take their vacuum, or even countertop guys take their vacuum and they're grinding.
Yep.
And and you see the
Yeah,
perfect
tuck pointers.
It's
Tuck
just
pointers do
it's
it
just
too,
like
yeah.
it's sucking right in. It's perfectly. Why did they invent something like that?
That's
Like a little
exactly.
Ghostbuster vacuum on the back of the Mason, where it's got a little snake that's just on a fishing line.
Who you gonna
right
call?
At the I'm telling you, that would
TMC
work.
Busters.
Wouldn't that work? That would totally work, man.
Oh yeah,
That's better, I think, than
There
trying
you
to
go.
do.
That's a
dust
great
lid.
business idea.
I don't think, but they should have spent the technology on that instead of that lifting
100%.
the SDS shit,
That's
right?
That's okay. We'll take it to Dragons Den.
Exactly.
Hey?
Wear those
Philanthropy,
shirts.
baby.
With the shirts. With the shirts.
We're gonna come back on this show and we're gonna have different shirts next time.
A different picture.
Different pictures.
Did you guys get the copyright to that picture or what?
Was
True. We'll get back. No.
There is no copyright.
Don't sue.
Should we put our shirts back on?
No.
I didn't bring another
I'm
shirt.
flattered. I fucking love those T-shirts. And people are gonna start asking,
They're
"Can we
great.
get one? Can we?" Get, you guys are probably
Perfect.
saying,
So it's $9.99 shirt, by the way.
what else you guys want to talk about, man?
Everything and
Yeah.
anything,
But
man.
wait, so
Like-
you're DeWalt, but everybody's a mixed bag on the site, or what? Is it
No, like-
DeWalt culture everywhere?
So a lot of my guys like Milwaukee, though.
Yeah. Well, no, only one
Mace's
crew.
Milwaukee?
One crew. Yeah.
I would think DeWalt.
Yeah.
Am
No,
I
the
wrong?
one crew has.
But
They
it's
love
like,
everything
I
Milwaukee.
look at
though.
those tools and, I get my SDS Max, I get my SDS hammer drills. They got all the same shit. And I feel like they all, as long as they do the job, I'm happy, man. That's it.
Doesn't matter what color they are.
I don't give a shit. Black
Even
and
if they're
yellow.
Ryobi.
No, I don't
definitely
know.
not.
I don't
Does
know.
Ryobi have an SDS?
I don't know. That's
Yeah.
a very good question.
I don't think they have
They
an
got a
SDS.
lawnmower, but they don't got an SDS hammer drill.
They might have an SD, and they didn't make it to the SD.
Yeah,
they got a lawnmower. Yeah, that's right. They got a lawnmower.
they got a lawnmower,
That's it,
but
yeah,
they don't
yeah.
have any hammer
I don't
drills.
think you can take a Mason seriously if you brought on.
That's what I mean.
Ryobi?
Like, no, hell no.
No.
You wouldn't even
No,
get
no,
hired
no,
for the
no.
job.
No, probably
it.
not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think TMC would be where we are today if we
Yeah,
had Ryobi.
yeah.
I don't think so.
But a lot of people use Ryobi.
Yeah, because it's cheap.
A lot
man.
of
It's
cookie
easy.
cutters.
It's affordable. Those are the Mickey Mouse
Yeah.
Clubhouse.
I agree that DeWalt and Milwaukee, and I guess you see a lot of Makita too. Depends if the
Yeah.
Masons are creation. You know,
Yeah, they got
you see-
Makita's got a quick cut. I remember seeing
They
one
got
of
a
those.
killer
Yeah, they
quick
do,
cut.
yeah.
Totally right.
Hilti's got one.
Even
Massive. I don't like
Hilti's.
Hilti.
Yeah.
So
Hilti's
Matt,
is heavy.
Matt has that big
so
one.
Matt,
Yeah, that's insane.
T-Sean, he's got and it's got two little wheels, which would be
Yeah.
good for your stress cuts on
Yeah.
concrete.
Yeah.
But this thing is a beast, man.
It's
Funny.
heavy.
I feel like the
I've
Tomb
used
Raider
it.
when I have that thing
I
in
totally
my hand.
used
on
It's
it.
heavy.
My
It's
triceps
fucking
definitely
nuts.
grew a couple inches after
Yeah.
using that for
And
sure.
then he lost it again.
So you got to maintain all this gear. Or you got to teach the guys how to maintain.
Yeah,
all this
we
gear.
did like that's. I do my best, and the one thing that goes the most on my mixers, on my saws, is my damn pull cords.
Oh my God, yeah.
Because we have so many Hercules
They just want to.
ripping these cords, and
Do they realize
phone
it's
call.
rope? It's just caught.
See that?
Man, I became a mechanic just fixing these things.
I want them
once
to
a
come
week.
up with like a smaller cable that it's not going to break.
Yeah. Or something more durable. That
It
would be
can't
cool.
be aircraft cable. It won't.
No.
Like it's.
It'll get all like twisted
Yeah.
up in there.
Yeah.
We got to figure out something.
Yeah.
Dragon's Den. We'll
Yeah,
we'll
let's
write
write-
it
where's
down.
my notepad? Like, let's write
you
this
can't
down.
write- It won't work. It
No.
won't. Like it's just rope. It's
So
funny
the
how
thing
that
is, you know, the
years
little-
and years of construction is still rope.
And the little hole, so that when they pull it out, they got to pull straight up. If
They
they
never
pull
do
on
that.
an angle,
They
it's
never
gonna
do that.
rub,
Yeah.
and then it starts to
That's where
fray,
it
and then
fray.
that last pull,
And
boom,
boom, rip
Yeah.
it right out.
then it's gone. Then I get the phone call, hey Ty, pull cord.
Done.
Fuck, man, here we go again.
Like all the time.
So you know what I do?
It's
I
very
just get a
common.
bunch of
Yeah.
pull cord assemblies, the whole assembly.
Yeah. And just slap
And
it
you know
back
what I
on.
do? I leave them on the job site. They pull a cord, they rip it off, 3 bolts off, new one on. Give me the other one. Give it to my service guy.
So it's fast.
Quick.
But you have to educate everybody to do that.
But
But
it's not that hard
better
to
than a
change
phone
3
call.
bolts. Try and educate someone to change a pull cord. They're there all day.
Yeah. Yeah, literally.
It's a good idea.
Serious. I'm not
makes a lot of
joking.
sense.
And you know what I do with my mixers when they pull the cords right off? I leave them off and use a rope, old school. That's it.
It's like to suffer.
It is to say it's a punishment. And I wait maybe a month and I'm like, all right, I'll go give them another.
You don't get
pull
them
cord.
into the wheelbarrow and just start mixing it in the
Yeah,
wheelbarrow?
and here's a spade
Ooh,
shovel.
that's a
here's
great
here's
idea,
a wheelbarrow.
actually, yeah.
I take the mixer away from the silo and I put the wheelbarrow underneath
And
there.
you still got to get the same amount of bricks on the wall.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
a lot.
That's going to prevent ripping pull cords off.
Right?
Because they'll be more conscious of it now.
Absolutely. And then I'm going to lose that employee, but
That's okay.
No,
Next one.
but they'll lose their lesson and then they won't break the pull
yeah,
cord.
that's
Yeah.
right.
It's as simple as that.
Like,
I think over time they'll just get it. It's experience, right?
yeah, I think so.
How are the young
It's
trades?
it's all in the name of fun, man.
Yeah.
The young trades hungry these days?
I think the guys we got, we got a lot of, the majority of the company is pretty young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like, I never really have to deal too much with like people not showing up because here's the thing, Manny. They all
Rolling
have
up in an
houses.
Uber?
They all have
Holding their Starbucks bag?
Man, that's the number one question we ask when someone wants to start with us.
God,
do you have a driver's license and a car? That's it. If you don't,
Do you have a valid G2 or G license? Perfect. Next question. Do you own a vehicle?
What do you mean by valid?
Like valid?
well,
Like
hey.
did
What is
it
the
get
definition
suspended
of
through?
valid?
Did it get suspended?
Yeah.
Were you drinking
I
and
have
driving?
one, but it's being held somewhere. But I have one.
my DUI comes up on on March.
I get the system put in my car.
I got that blowy thing.
It's a conversation of letters, eh? It's
Yeah.
like G1, G2,
Yeah.
DUI. Like all these letters, like we're having
It's
a
all
conversation.
letters, man.
We're
without
bringing you back
words.
to elementary,
Letters,
baby.
man.
You cannot work with TMC if you have a DUI and you need your G2 or your G.
You could
Well, you might as well just ask that question right from the get-go. But the
First
majority don't
questions.
have it,
Do you
right?
have a driver's license? Do you own a vehicle? Perfect. That's half
they
the
don't
battle.
own vehicles. Do they own vehicles?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no.
all my guys have
Yeah.
vehicles. There's a couple who don't, and it works out because they kind of all live together.
Who's rolling in a Cybertruck?
No,
Oh,
man.
let's not even talk about that.
Felicia's gonna be the next one.
Yeah,
in
she's
a
got a
Cybertruck.
Tesla, yeah.
She's got a Tesla. She rolls up in a nice Tesla. So it's crazy. She gets that thing dirty. Man.
I know, and it's white. It's insane.
What is it? The X or the S?
What is it?
It's
Or
the
three?
van looking one.
Yeah, the
looks more
X.
The X, yeah.
Excellent, yeah. It's pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
It's cool.
She's there watching freaking TV.
Yeah, I break. I'm like,
On
what are we
break,
watching today,
yeah.
Felicia?
She's good shit.
Yeah.
Love her.
I'm gonna tell her to start watching the podcast on
Yeah.
there. Yeah, hell yeah. That'd
There
be
we
cool.
go. TCM
There's too much profanity on this show. There's
That's
have to
okay.
be a disclaimer or something.
There's no
who-
profanity on the job site.
Yeah, we all have clean mouths there.
Yeah.
Who's that? The comedian. He's like, hey, you ever walk past a job site?
Yeah,
and hear
yeah.
them like, oh gosh, darn it, dang, dang darn it. Oh, that thing's coming down.
Yeah,
you want to make sure they're like, fuck, like
Yeah.
swearing, profanity.
Swearing all kinds
That's
of
a
stuff.
sturdy structure.
Yeah.
I'm sure that you guys probably saw this on social media. Everybody was sharing the whole Meaford and Mike Holmes thing.
No,
You guys didn't see that the house is being demolished because they were built improperly and
No.
you didn't see any of this
What?
stuff?
What? No.
I was getting like bombarded on DMs, like sending it
Not
to
yet.
me.
No.
Then so it was like a series of homes that they built up in Meaford, and all of
Yeah.
a sudden, through years and years of bullshit, Terrion determined that the homes had to be condemned now because of issues, right?
Wow.
But at the front line of the whole article that was coming from whatever, it was like Globe Mail or CBC or whatever crap, it was just Mike Holmes' name. And then I was responding to people. I was telling them, I was going, guys, I don't fault Mike Holmes. As much as I don't like him,
Yeah.
I don't fault him in this situation.
Yeah.
The situation is that he saw an opportunity to make some money. He was a sponsor of it. He endorsed the product,
Yeah.
but he was
Because
not.
he's got a big name.
He was not there building the product.
Yeah.
I fault two people. I actually fault three groups of people in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, I fault the inspector.
Yeah. Oh,
Because
absolutely.
These homes were given occupancy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you were given occupancy, then all of a sudden you were inspecting
your
this.
signature,
You were
yeah.
coming in at all the different stages, as we know during construction. You have to inspect this.
That's right.
So if these were structural defects and major issues to the
Yeah.
point where the house had to be broken down, it's the inspector's fault, which is a representative of the building department, representative of that city.
Yeah.
And then I'm faulting the builder.
That's right.
Because the builder got away with doing all this shit.
Yeah.
Lastly, I'm faulting Mike, but I'm not faulting Mike for the structure of that building.
That's
I'm
right.
faulting Mike because he associated himself with those homes to
Yeah.
build, but he didn't oversee it.
Yeah.
Because he took sponsorship dollars from them.
Yeah, and I'm sure he
And that
wanted
was
that
it, yeah.
exposure and all that too.
Yeah.
but-
Which is good for him, but
Absolutely.
like that whole media soundbite should have started with
That's crazy,
the
though.
building
I didn't see
planning
this. I
department
didn't see
and
this.
the inspectors.
So these
look
were
it up. Just look it up. Meaford.
completed
Oh, they
house-
had completed house. Tear it down because Terrion said that it was just too expensive to fix, so they had to repair, like demolish and rebuild.
Oh my god!
And then other people were
What a
talking to
kick
me,
in
and
the-
they were like saying, "Listen, Mike's got enough money that if he wanted to, he could rebuild all those homes at his own cost to save his publicity side of things." And I'm like, I'm still going back to the inspector in the building department.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
That's
sorry.
where it all.
And then I'm
the
going to the
problem
builder.
stems right from the inspector.
Yeah. So why are we not putting a flashlight on the inspectors that it's their
Yeah.
responsibility?
Well, they go to the famous guy.
I know.
Of course, because his name's.
But
on it,
everybody
yeah.
was too quick to jump on the Holmes train, and that's why I didn't jump on it and start saying anything about
Yeah.
it. Because I was like, it's not really his fault.
Yeah.
It's the inspector in the building department.
That's right.
So now here's an opportunity that you should be finding the building department. You should be finding all the inspectors that were associated with this construction, maybe even firing them, and then have a whole overhaul of that building department because you guys are not doing your job correctly.
Yeah.
This is a permit issue.
They're not getting any backlash. Only it's all on Mike.
It's all falling on. Well, Terrion's turned around saying that they're suing the builder. They're going after Mike Holmes, the Holmes Group,
That's crazy.
which is never going to happen.
Yeah.
So
It's
how many?
never going to happen.
Sorry, how many houses are we talking?
I think it was like 3 or 4 homes or something like that, but there was a bunch.
Are these like customs or are
yeah,
these-
these were customs. If you look up Mike Holmes in Meaford, you'll see that. it'll
Come
up,
on,
the
can I
article.
do that quickly?
But everybody, sure, but everybody was like coming up and sending it to me, and I was like, guys, it's like as much as I don't like the guy, he's still a smart businessman. He just took the money,
Yeah.
but it's the inspector in the building department's fault.
Of course,
That's
I
who's
agree.
really
Of course,
to blame
of
here,
course,
and
it was
then
the first
builder.
thing.
Is it? Yeah. Let me see.
Because you
that's
can't
crazy.
like you get like you guys have been on sites. You know how long a job takes, and you know what is involved regarding inspections and shit like that.
Absolutely.
you have to get through certain stages to get to that point where all of a sudden you say, "Oh, we're going to tear this house down. You can't live in
Unbelievable.
here."
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
That's crazy.
But everyone likes to, like the rubbernecking. This is like,
course.
let's get at Mike or something like that. And I'm like, no, man.
He's the big name.
Yeah.
I see a lot of siding on these houses. Thank God.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would be pretty expensive.
Because that's what I wanted to see. To be honest, Manny, I'm like,
No, I don't think any of them are brick. I don't think they're any of them.
good. They came down a lot easier.
It was mostly like structural steel beams on the underside, shit like
Yeah.
that. And I'm like, you know what? I started grouping in the architect and engineered. So it's whether the engineer spec'd it out correctly and then the builder on site didn't do it properly, which
Yeah.
we've heard of and we've seen.
Yeah.
Where you spec out a certain beam and then it's not built that way.
Yeah.
You're thinking, well, I got this beam on this other job site. It's about 4 feet too short, but I'm going to use it,
Yeah.
weld it together with another beam that I got from another job site and put that on this
Yeah.
site.
Yeah.
You can do that if you get the engineer to sign off on
That's
that.
right.
But there's a whole list of people that are before Mike Holmes
Yeah.
that are responsible for this.
Yeah.
And
They just go to the
they're
big
city
name, man.
officials.
Yeah.
But we can't point fingers at city officials?
No.
Is that the issue here?
No, because nobody knows the city officials. So
What?
That's why.
They're all men in bowlers hat? Like I don't understand how they don't have a face, they don't have a name. Yes, they do. They should be those names and they should be like mugshots in the paper. Those I inspected the Meaford homes. I am responsible like that. I
Yeah.
read
As
a
they're
book.
holding their inspection.
Yeah. That's what it should be. But then what happens is we get the backlash.
Yeah.
The tradespeople get the backlash.
Yeah.
And then people representing the industry get the backlash.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I'm like,
I'm
that's
surprised
bullshit,
I've never
man.
seen that.
Your city should be getting the backlash.
Yeah.
100%.
Your city planning department should get that
Sorry,
backlash.
where the hell is Meaford?
I don't know exactly where it is, but
Okay.
somewhere in Ontario.
Yeah, somewhere where they don't use masonry.
Yeah, apparently.
No, they do. Apparently, it's a quiet, nice little town. But I feel bad for the homeowners as well.
Oh, of course.
Because they bought into that shit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it's hard to drink that Kool-Aid and all of a sudden go, yeah, we really were expecting an amazing home. But
Yeah.
you bought into the bullshit.
The
that's
amazing
being
home
presented.
just went into a few bins.
It's amazingly on the ground now.
And then the waste,
Yeah.
the energy waste, the efficiency
Yeah,
waste,
yeah,
all
yeah,
that crap.
yeah,
And now you got to
yeah.
rebuild these homes.
Yeah.
It's just
sucks.
it's a huge ripple effect. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Sad. But
I can't believe you guys didn't hear about that.
no.
No, yeah. No,
I
yeah.
honestly,
Don't miss out on huge savings. Visit goiguide.com/shop and use promo code TCL podcast to get deep discounts on an iGuide system. Everyone loves swag and I love giving it away. So if you're listening and you're interested in learning more about iGuide, shoot me an email, rjohnston@planetar.com, or a message on LinkedIn and I'll send you free swag just for saying hello. I've got free t-shirts and toques and I can't wait to give them away. I've also got special offers for TCL listeners, so it's worth your time to reach out.
I don't.
Go
I'm not
consume.
engaged.
Great.
I'm not
Yeah.
engaged.
Just great.
Yeah.
CBC News. I seen that with CBC News. I don't watch the news.
That's
I
such an
don't watch
oxymoron.
any of that
CBC
shit.
News.
Yeah.
CBC
Yeah.
News.
You can't be news when it's paid for.
Yeah.
Bought and paid for.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just don't. I don't engage in any of that. My focus is literally what's on the screen right there. Family, the people who
Mindset
are in
growth.
my
What kind of
circle.
trial is that?
What's that?
What kind of trial?
That's a rosewood right there.
That's his toy trowel that he uses.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like a rose.
From when I was like 4 years old.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
I know,
Yeah, man. I
You're-
actually came up with that pretty quick.
Yeah.
You guys never answered. Where's it going to go?
Where's it gonna go? Honestly,
You know what so we talked, was over the holidays. We were having a couple of drinks there. And
Just two?
Well, we don't drink anymore, but we
Since
decided.
the AA meetings?
Yeah. Since yesterday. No, I had a 00 today though. But anyways, I asked him a very similar question, and I liked the way you answered it. How, as a child, you always wanted to go up.
Yep.
You always wanted to deal with cranes. You always wanted to.
Absolutely.
I think that's a great way to answer that
and we're
question.
there.
Yeah.
I feel like we're halfway there, and
Yeah.
that's true.
You're just getting started, huh?
Absolutely, we're just touching the top of the surface.
But you got like 16 years or 18 years?
in this industry.
Yeah.
16.
And you're just getting started.
Yeah. So TMC's been around for 6 years.
Yeah. But you,
Me, I've been
in the
in for
trade,
16.
working 16.
Yeah.
And you're just getting started.
Yeah.
And now you're planning the future, which is still going up. But how do you guys do that? Like, there's ups and downs in this industry, right?
Of course.
100%.
We get hit. Sometimes you don't get paid. Sometimes you have some friction.
Yeah.
You get some bullshit on the site. People
Yeah.
leave. People,
Yeah.
whatever,
Well,
cause problems.
And here's the thing too, like most of my years, so I want to say probably 4.5 of my years in business, I did a lot of subcontracting for larger masonry contractors.
Okay.
Takes a lot of the headache out of the equation. I don't have to supply nothing. All I got to do is show up with my men, my equipment, my telehandler, away we go. Products on site. Here's your drawings, which all you have to do is look at your elevations or pictures and follow that. Away you go. Next house, next house, next house, next house. There was no stress. Pay me every 2 weeks. Great. Easy peasy, walk in the park. As I decided to get out of the subcontracting game and start becoming a masonry contractor, supply and install, that's when things like you just mentioned, not getting payment on time, you know, those are when the big headaches come into play.
it's part of the business.
It is, and I knew what I was getting myself into, but I knew that's where I wanted to be. I don't want nobody taking a piece of my pie. I wanted to be able to supply my material because you get to mark it up, you get to make money on the material, money on the install. You get full control of that job. And it just feels like I'm more in business for myself rather than having to go to another masonry contractor who actually got that contract. I like signing my own contracts. I love getting my POs, and that's the way it goes.
But you're not having as many problems now.
I don't not like the problems. So when I did become a primary masonry contractor, supply and install, it was tough because I was just taking contracts for some new builder who just starts up.
Whatever.
I didn't do my due diligence,
Yeah.
nothing. So now I'm like, yes, I got my first contract, supply and install. I have a supplier working with me who's willing to give me all this credit on an account. Perfect. Here we go. Blast off. It all went well until it didn't. So I learned a lot. I learned a shit ton. And I think I remember somebody in one of your episodes, or it was you, who mentioned like the construction university. We're in the University of Construction.
Yeah.
And that's what I believe.
Yeah, we're paying tuition every day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and I love that because it's true. And going through that project, I learned a lot, and that helped me to get to where I am right now. And I knew I need to do my due diligence, do research on these guys, and just start trying to get in with the contractors who have been around for 20, 30 plus years, who have, have no bad name, no bad rapport. Those are the guys you want to work with.
Yeah.
But I knew a small fish like me, it was going to be tough to get there because there's a lot of my competitors in the Tri-Cities areas where we are, my competitors, they've already been around for 20, 30 plus years. They've been doing all that work.
Yeah.
So until I started to make my connections with some very, very large outfits, and those relationships got pretty strong, and they gave me a chance, and we performed at our best. And now we're continuously doing work. We're continuously pricing their jobs, and it's just going to go up from there because now all these other contractors are going to see, wow, Ty's working for this guy. Wow, Ty's working for that GC. Wow, look at these projects he's doing now. He's definitely got the team. He's definitely got the equipment. He's got everything there to do the project from foundation all the way up. Doesn't matter how many floors. Doesn't matter if there's cranes involved. Doesn't matter if there's hydraulic elevator working platforms. It doesn't matter. They can do it. Price it. Hope we get it. Away we go.
So that's how you keep on going up.
That's it.
You're navigating through all the pitfalls that there's going to be shit.
Absolutely.
Something's going to happen.
And that's
how you react.
Absolutely. And coming from a background where I'm not, there's no second generation, no third generation. There was not a Mason in my family. Not a single Mason in my family. My father's a carpenter. And all my brothers are involved in the trades. There's 4 of us boys.
What are they doing?
My oldest brother is HVAC. Well, he works for Enbridge, but he has a side business. He does heating, ventilation, air conditioning. My twin brother's an electrician.
So he's
and
Milwaukee
framer.
and he's got a van. So
That's hilarious.
Am I wrong?
No, you are wrong. He's actually DeWalt.
He's DeWalt and he's HVAC?
We all have trucks, yeah.
Wow.
We all have trucks. He's the only one with a gasser. We all have diesels. We're the Diesel brothers, minus Brian.
Okay, what are the other brothers
one
doing?
day.
What are the other brothers
My
doing?
twin brother, framer, electrician. My brother Justin is excavation and landscaping. And then myself, masonry.
Masonry.
So.
And your dad's carpenter.
Dad's carpenter.
So he's DeWalt.
My dad?
No, he's Makita.
No. My dad kind of stepped out of it. He had his own business for quite some time, and then he wanted to go to something a little bit easier on his body, and now he's actually like a handyman for a large factory in Cambridge. And that's kind of like, he's retiring this year. He's done. He's done. He's going to go travel. He loves going back to Portugal. He loves going to Cuba. So that's him. But yeah.
You chose masonry.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Where's your line? Like what kid are you in?
Sorry?
Oldest, youngest?
I would technically be the youngest. I have a twin brother. I'm 2 minutes younger
So you guys
than him.
are 2 minutes. So all right. So you're the last one out, and you come out and you want to become a masonry.
That's it. I want to lift some heavy shit.
You got tin metal going on, okay,
Yeah.
and then
Tin
you got
whacker.
the hardscaping
Sparky.
and Sparky, yeah.
And framer. My twin brother, that guy's versatile. That guy can build a house from the ground up. He did. He built a couple spec houses, and he was his own GC for a bit.
You enjoyed it?
He did enjoy it.
Learned a lot.
Learned a lot.
You learn a lot.
Yeah.
You learn how to lose a lot of money.
Yeah, and I know I watched one of your episodes. You had like a roundtable thing going on with a bunch of GCs.
Oh, with the GCs, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good.
They opened up quite a bit. They opened up a lot more off mic.
Did they?
I got to start doing like hidden camera stuff.
Yeah.
Because everyone's a little. You don't want to share everything, right?
Yeah,
but it's just no. They opened up quite a bit on that.
Nice.
It was. I like that. We're gonna do more of those. Those are cool. I'm itching to do a Mason one.
Yeah,
To get 4 Masons in here.
That
right?
would be cool.
But
Let's do it.
I talked to the suppliers. Do the suppliers treat you guys well? Or
my suppliers treat me pretty well.
Do they bid on you, like against each other? Like they
so
upset?
Here's the thing. I get a lot of these. So we have a lot of exposure.
Yeah.
And they are all on all these different platforms that we are. So boom, they find us right away. And we advertise. Like I have a sign bigger than this that I'll throw up on a fence. And trust me, I love seeing my logo everywhere. And if I'm at a main intersection, I'm going to put my biggest sign there. So a guy will see that on Instagram. Oh, this guy's in Cambridge, Franklin Avenue Road. Ty, I'm so-and-so from Brampton Brick. How are you? Blah, blah, blah. We should go grab some lunch, have a drink. Let's have a conversation. Ty, I'm so-and-so from Patine's Building, blah, blah, blah. So,
how many steaks you have?
Oh, my God.
Might as well.
A lot of
They want to talk.
I do entertain it because, I like to keep my doors open, let's just say.
Yeah.
So, but I do know who helped me the most when it came to giving me a big account to start off, to be able to supply.
Yep.
And that is one gentleman I will never stop going to. And I will continue to use him. And he's great with his prices, so why not, right? And he's able to basically supply an entire job for me. Blocks, our veneer, everything. Our steel lintels, our metal flashing, our TWF, our rigid foam, our VP160 blue skin for our air barrier, everything you could think of, full package. So,
you guys getting a lot of jobs with no windows in yet?
Yeah, we do. Like Guelph 700 Woolwich, but that's a commercial job,
yeah.
so
That's
they're not
different.
going to put. But when it comes to resi, I tell them no. I'm not touching it,
It's too
and
risky.
I don't want to be held responsible for anything. And if you do want me to do it, we're going to create a document. You're going to sign it. I'm going to sign it, and you're going to get your labor, your carpenter, to do a rough opening with 2x6, 2x8 that we can go against, but stay quarter inch to an eighth away, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you sign that paper, and then we'll do it.
Because there's too much risk, man.
Way too much.
Yeah, we did that in Guelph, the townhouses there on Victoria.
We had, because we were running into a pinch where the windows weren't getting delivered. I had that crew. It was tough. I knew it was going to be too tight to disperse them on the other job sites, and I basically told the site super, we got to do something. And that was the route he went. And I said, you know what? Fuck it. We'll do it. And the only reason why I said yes, because it's brick. It's a straight cut square product. It's not like we're doing an Ariscraft manufactured stone or something like that. That's a different story. I wouldn't even touch it.
No.
I would have figured out something else. We wouldn't have done it. Because brick's flat, square cut, it's easier to do that.
Yeah.
When you have a rock face product, then you might have some issues there.
Why aren't more people? I don't know about you guys, but there isn't much creativity going on the brick, man. Other than just regular brick pattern. No. Are we like, and then we want to go crazy and we'll do a
you're not going to get your herring bones.
Why can't we do shit?
I remember doing that a lot when we
know.
first started, but not so much
I know,
anymore.
and then like corbelling. And there's none of.
Why can't we do any of that? Just like they won't even ask you for a price?
So, and that's
Are they too afraid?
All that stuff is going to go on a list of extras, right? Like you're going to have.
But all that stuff is what makes the building.
I know, but Manny, that's not, unless it's a beautiful church or something. That even nowadays these churches don't have anything like that.
No, they don't.
No.
Introducing the new Air-Cool 26 RCA, the quietest, most powerful, and most durable generator with 109 amps max power on liquid propane. Equipped with the first-to-market low-oil shutoff switch, it's the quietest 26 kilowatt on the market with a 56 dB at exercise. The 89% larger ceramic fiberglass insulated muffler and acoustic foam insulated inlet duct deliver the best sound quality on the market at exercise. Its larger muffler reduces back pressure by 62%, eliminating restrictions in exhaust to optimize pressures for peak performance. Its CH1006 engine with 20% higher compression ratio and variable ignition timing optimized by fuel delivers the most power in its class. It's also equipped with advanced engine tuning with an air cleaner assembly relocated directly over the carburetor, which optimizes airflow to deliver enhanced performance. When it comes to reliability, nothing beats a Kohler home generator. Get the facts and find your generator at Effect Electric Limited on IG. Do you guys remember the church in Ronsonsville burned down?
No.
This is long time ago. Probably like maybe late 90s or something like that. Beautiful church. Beautiful Polish church in Ronsonsville. Like gorgeous.
Yeah.
burns down. It was totally a legitimate burn and all this other stuff. Then they rebuild it, and they just rebuild it like crap.
Like a freaking production, like home,
and
man.
Like crap.
Yeah,
crap.
yeah.
Some windows were just bricked in, like they didn't want to bother with it. None of even the details, the sill,
Brutal.
the apron, the arch.
Yeah.
It was just pure crap. I can't even look at it when I walk by.
True artisans.
Yeah.
Look at those cathedrals. Like
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Quebec, man. Like beautiful cathedrals. Like that is like, that's an artisan. Yeah. That's a true artist.
What are they, just too afraid? Like, I don't get it.
It's like, here's the thing is like, it comes down to a cost, right? Like that's going to cost a lot more money to do some fancy shit rather than just throwing some bricks over a lintel, rather than, a nice soldier course corbelled out or something, and throw some nice precast molded banding up there. Like it's not.
But I like that shit though.
Oh yeah,
That's awesome. Nice.
Oh yeah,
That's the art of masonry.
The two big houses, the precast installations. Man, gorgeous stuff. The ones that Corey did.
Oh, on
big ones on Old Beverly in Cambridge.
Yes, yeah. Those are beautiful.
Those are nice.
Do you guys get
those are
upset?
prefab pieces that we put them up with our telehandlers. There's some big pieces.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys get upset when they want to spend a good chunk of change on the face of the house and then stuck all the shit out of the rest of the house?
It's ridiculous. You know what? That happens a lot.
Do you guys like that happens a lot? No,
we don't really deal too
Woodbridge
much.
It probably happens. Hey, Mikey.
Up our
totally
area,
happens,
no.
yeah. No?
It's either you get a full front veneer, sides half, just one story.
Really?
Yeah. It's either you got full brick or just half.
What's the cost difference?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
At that run, when you're setting thing up and setting bright,
so I know there is a difference when I get paid to do a full brick house compared to a half brick. But and that's another thing too, is those are all those tract homes. Like I stay away from that. And then when we do customs, they're covered in masonry. They're covered in stone. They're covered in stone in the front, bricks all down the sides and the back. It's still covered. The ones up our area, I know they use a lot of stucco, but
nobody's using natural stone and you guys chipping away?
Natural stone, no, not too
no
many.
way, right?
We did. We did the one in Ancaster.
Yeah.
Ancaster, we did one. It was really nice.
What kind of stone?
Natural stone.
Which one? Do you know what kind?
It was the Indiana limestone. There was the blue. I forget what pit it came from, but
and you had to shape every single one.
Yeah, carbide chisels. So
takes a long time.
Yeah, but it looks beautiful.
Oh yeah,
looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And it's crazy. Everyone always asks me, like, how the hell do you know all this shit if you're not a bricklayer?
It's called research.
Well, no, it's called research. And just if I'm think about it, I have watched masons work for the last 16 years.
Yeah.
So of course I'm gonna know, and it's visual. And I've always had this creative side to me. I used to draw a lot, paint, stuff like that. So when I see something, I know whether it looks good or if it doesn't. It's pretty easy to tell. And I remember, I think it was the guys you had on here from AT Masonry. Those guys, is it Adrian?
Antonio and Kevin?
Or Antonio.
Kevin, yeah.
They mentioned it's like, we're putting the clothes on the house. That's the first thing you look at. Mm-hmm. Usually it's the exterior, whether it's the siding, the stucco, the brick. You're looking at what we do, right?
But it boggles my mind. Like, they don't think it is value to do it as brick and artistry in the brick. But then they'll spend a shitload of money on shrubbery and hardscaping and lighting, all this stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm like, you're missing the point here, man. Like, when you stop and walk through a neighborhood and you stop at a certain house, you're looking at the outside of this house because you're not even allowed inside.
That's right.
So the work was done on the outside. So you should continue doing that work on the outside. That's my mindset. But the cost, I guess, is just not worth it.
It is. It all comes down to, the dollars and the pennies. So that's what happens nowadays.
Some people are.
That's why we're not going to see all that. That's
such a shame.
Yeah.
I remember there was a neighborhood in Toronto. They were trying to do knockoffs. So the classic Toronto, the gable, the very narrow red brick.
Yeah.
They were trying to do a series of them as a knockoff, but in a cheap, economical way. It looked like shit.
Yeah.
It's like you should have just did it the way it was supposed to be done, right? And hire masons that know how to do that kind of work, right?
Well, that's like the famous saying: you pay for what you get, right?
That's 100%.
So.
You guys seen the houses where you'll see people on social media talk about the spiral columns in the front of the house?
Yeah.
And they'll have the twist.
I've seen them. They twist it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like the way that looks, man.
I don't really like it either. Like, it is pretty cool. Like,
it's cool regarding the work.
But I wouldn't want that on my house.
I'd be annoyed by it every time I see it.
Yeah, like, holy, I'm going to fall over. Man.
Yeah.
Leaning
like
tower
optical
pieces.
illusion over here.
But you don't get the same kind of artistry that you see in even Europe, in the UK, you see masons there. You see what they're doing, and they're fixing homes like old school way. Like we don't get that here. Thing.
We're never going to see that because we're involved with just new construction, new build.
But nobody's taking a chance in new construction.
No, like we're doing retirement homes. Like we've been pricing a bunch of school additions. Just did a huge commercial project.
There's lots of cinder block in schools.
Did a nice beer store.
I'm assuming they do cinder block in schools, no?
Absolutely. Oh my God, yeah.
And it's just painted over.
Absolutely.
That's what it is, right? So that stuff's got to be done well.
Like you have to have a nice finished product. And usually when we tool our joints, when it comes to, the CMU scope of things, we double tool it. And then we float it, get all the snots off because it has to look really good. But also too, it's where you're buying your block. Like, who's the manufacturer? Who's making it? Because it comes that's where it comes down to too.
Why am I seeing like a lot of this concrete block starting to look like it's permeable? It's really, the aggregate's really thick.
So a lot of this is all carboclave. Like it's all the carbon shit now. Like,
is that what it is?
Yeah. It's going green. It's the way I don't know the whole system. I don't know exactly how they do it at their plant, but I know it's all this. It's called carboclave. It's the process. The curing process is different. So
you know how much carbon we can reduce if you get a bunch of government officials out of government,
right?
You can reduce a shitload of carbon.
That's it.
It's like, that makes no sense to me.
Yeah, and it's crazy because they're trying to change things, and then it costs all these manufacturers of the product so much money to change the original system they had to the new system that they want, because they have to do it anyways, because it's a part of my supplier was just talking about this. Like,
so they're just forcing the suppliers to do this, to retool.
Yeah.
But are they realizing, can they quantify how much extra it's going to cost you guys in the end when you have to now deliver a product, and how much more you have to pay for that product?
But it doesn't really change my price when it comes to the installation of the block.
No, but the cost of the material.
The cost of material, yeah.
It's going to affect your price.
Every single year I'm getting letters from my suppliers like crazy.
It's almost like they got a dartboard and they're just throwing it on the dartboard. I think we're going to do an increase this week. That's how I look at it. It's insane. Yeah. They took advantage of the pandemic years, and we're like, I think this week we'll go increase this week.
Yeah.
Let everybody know it'll just be a little one, 5%. That's not fair because it's going to affect you. Exactly. We see where it lands, right? But that's going to hurt. And then they got to retool shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, leave these things alone, man.
And then I have to have the conversation with my clients, and
then they're going to ask you to reduce your labor rates.
And I'm going to say, I'm just...
Yeah, no, you're going to say, well, I can't do the job now, right? Because I respect my labor
absolutely
too much.
We are like, we're valued too much. We're worth what we're worth. We're worth what we're worth. Like, there's a reason why I charge. Mine.
Go take a look at the workmanship.
Absolutely.
Go right up to it.
Yeah, we're not lifting ICF blocks all day. We're lifting concrete blocks all day. So there's a big difference. So we should be paid top dollar for what we do.
All the joints were done parallel to the joint.
Say that again?
All the joints were tooled parallel to the joint.
What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is you're not taking a tooling and going perpendicular to the joint because the joint's too thick.
Yeah.
That you got to shave it off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Somewhat.
There's always that. No, there's always that one, like, especially in blocks. You always have that one block that, all right, we have to go a little bit thicker on the joint, right?
So they're all like consistent.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you have to take your and go this way.
Your joiner, you have to go on a little bit of an angle, or you take the bottom.
Your thumb.
So you use your thumb, the bottom of a beer bottle. Yeah. The back of your trowel.
You're telling the client, go look and get close and understand that that's still a 3/8 to half-inch joint.
Yeah.
And I had to go parallel to the joints.
Yeah.
With all my joiners. That's all it was, right?
Yeah.
That was the first thing that I was being taught when I was like, I was
keep your joints
I was noticing that.
Yeah. Absolutely keep the joints consistent, and most of the time, you want to go for a 10 mil joint. That's what you want to see.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Sometimes you have to pick up a little bit, on the gauge to hit a window or whatever it is. But for the most part, try and stick with that 10 mil joint. You got to cut at the top of or if you got to cut, we try and keep the cuts under the sill. But I think we do a pretty good job.
Yeah. That's one of the first things I learned is keeping a 10 mil joint.
And your head joints, you want to look up and don't go
Yeah.
You want those head joints straight all the way up.
It's funny you say that.
All the way up.
You could totally see it on a sunny day, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, when you have a light fixtures, shine up, shine down,
You could totally see it.
watch out.
Yeah.
So at night you'll see it now. You'll see the fuck
But you know what?
ups.
Sometimes it's hard to get away from it because no brick is made perfectly square. Not a chance in hell. No. And you can have a really good bricklayer who takes their time, but you're put
still
a
gonna
shine
get
up,
that.
shine down light, especially a small product. If you're going to put light fixtures like that on the outside of a house and you want to avoid that problem, pick a larger product. Pick stone, like an Aristcraft Renaissance or something, like something bigger, more square cut. You know what I mean? Like, if you're using a small product, especially bricks that are just getting mass produced, pumped out, like, you can take one brick, put it next to the other one, it's a quarter inch
Yeah, there's
shorter.
some,
Yeah, it's
You
not-
might have one a
happens a
little
lot.
bit like
There's
a banana.
also the kiln,
like-
right? There's a kiln, the way
That's
it
right.
reacts. We
That's
don't know
right.
how exactly. It's not every batch is going to be exactly the
No.
same, but that's
No.
brick.
Yep.
Yep.
That's the beauty
And that's
of
the
it.
thing. And if you're putting, thousands of these units on a wall and then boom, now you have those light fixtures up and wait until nighttime and then you get a phone call and say, what the fuck is this? And I say, I have to explain what I just explained right here on the show. And it's tough.
They don't get it.
sometimes.
They don't
they don't
understand
get
it.
it because they want to just, perfectly straight, smooth wall. Now that's when you're going to go call one of those precast companies to make you a paneled wall and away
And
you
it's
go.
perfect, and it
Yeah.
looks like a Looney Tunes house. Is what it looks like, right? You guys still wiping finish with carpet rags of
Yeah,
carpet?
if it's black
That's
brick,
like a go-to,
black brick,
eh?
red brick,
Okay,
carpet. 100% you got to
yeah,
clean that wall.
It's simple.
Clean that. And I know, I forgot his name again, from AT. He was talking about using, they use like he mentioned those balls, the rubber balls, and
Yeah.
then he mentioned,
Yeah.
I think they bought some other thing that's kind of similar to those rubber balls, so they don't have to bust their knuckles up. I got to talk to them, find out what that is.
Yeah.
You guys
We're
always
stuck
know
on the
that.
carpet, man. I just
I
brought
mean,
a
the
roll of
carpet works
carpet.
great. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, because
literally
you can find some beat up carpet somewhere. And
Yeah,
all of a
Alicia
sudden
said,
just
"Yeah,
use
man,
it.
we're gonna need some carpet here." I'm like, "All right, I'll go see if I can find a roll somewhere."
Yeah.
Where do
So-
you go? Like the end of the rolls?
Well, here's the thing: if you see a subdivision with a lot of tract homes, and you go in there, and you say, "Hey, carpet man, you got some offcuts there, buddy? I'm gonna take them off your hands."
it comes out with turf. Carpet, not turf. What's wrong with you, man?
Artificial grass, man.
That'll do.
That's what we're using to keep our walls clean.
Yeah.
That's what we're
That's the
using.
secret. No,
Too
the carpet
funny.
works good. I like it.
You got a female on the crew, no?
Yeah,
Felicia.
Yeah.
She's actually for a woman. She's
woman,
one of
yeah.
my leaders.
Okay.
She has a crew of her own.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's doing really well.
Where did she get trained?
So it's funny. When she started in this industry, she started as a co-op student.
Okay.
And this is when I just started with this large outfit in Waterloo. And we were on the Rim Park buildings.
Okay.
And I still remember coming in, I'm like, well, like she's a young girl. I was like, wow, okay, perfect. Then I find out she's co-op and she has an interest in masonry. She stuck it out, man. She stuck it out. And throughout all my years in Kapler, she just got better and better and better. And then things happened to that company, and she ended up going to another outfit, and she ended up spending a lot more time on the wall. And now she's a
she got
rock
really
star,
good.
man.
Yeah,
she's
she's
a rock
awesome.
star. She's really good.
She's got really good leadership. Yeah.
She's great at managing the
Oh my
crew.
God,
like
yeah.
she's an all-around type of girl.
Yeah.
So
Time to sign up for Phil, the free construction marketplace and load tracking app for developers, engineers, and all contractors working in the civil construction industry. One other thing to mention is business and facility listings. Phil has the most complete database of quarries, pits, plants, and depots in Ontario, including all of the big names. So if you're looking for concrete, stone, asphalt, whatever, you'll be able to find it. You can also add your business listing or claim it. It might already be on the map. Sign up for free on the website at www.getphil.app. That's www.getphil.app. You can also search Phil in the App Store.
it's really good. She's a Tesla driver. That goes to say it all, right?
Yeah.
What is that, like a Subaru driver or something like that? Like
Yeah.
there's a club or something?
Yeah, it's a Tesla thing,
the
like a
Civic
Jeep
boys,
thing.
right? Back in the day, or the Mustang
the
boys.
Civic, but
Did you have a Mustang, Manny?
I didn't have a Mustang.
You didn't
no.
have a Honda Civic, a little
I had
Type R?
a pickup. I had a Nissan or a Toyota diesel.
Okay.
That's
You
what
had
I had.
a diesel?
Yeah, diesel Toyota.
Really?
Third gear when you cross the intersection.
Come on.
Oh, it was fucking brutal. It was
Wow.
like 340,000 kilometers on it. Silver, single cab.
Diesel, that probably
Not
would have
even
went
the
to a
extra
million
cabin.
kilometers.
Yeah, it was insane. And then it finally died on me. It was like spewing out smoke.
That's crazy.
Black smoke. And I was like, I need a new one, so I got a Nissan version of that. King cab.
Nice.
And that was the extra room with the jump seats on the back, which completely were unsafe. I don't understand how
Yeah.
that ever made it.
Yeah.
No, man, I didn't have it. Other guys had Civics, GTIs. You know, you had the certain guys that were GTI guys. You had the Civic guys.
Dubs.
Yeah, you got all that shit. I didn't get into any
My
of that
Civic
crap.
goes bong.
The pipe is thicker than the whole car.
Yeah.
I know those guys, man.
Yeah.
Massive wing on it.
Yeah. I call that the dinner table.
Yeah.
Big spoiler on the back.
Let me just throw some neons under my car.
Yeah, that's where I have
Do
my
they still
lunch.
do that
I post
nowadays?
on my
I
lunch.
fucking hope not.
They don't do that still.
No.
huh?
No, I don't think so. But back in the
they
day,
make new cars pretty nice, man.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like
Yeah,
you
they
can
do.
get that model that's already done up, like
Yeah.
that, and they're clean. They're not like rice rockets, you know. They're,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't
They
know.
don't come
I
out
like
of
any
a
the new
cereal
vehicles
box
these
anymore.
days, man.
What are you driving now?
Me?
Yeah.
I got a C-Class.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's one thing on it I hate.
What is it?
That energy button thing bullshit.
Oh, the
You
eco-
Yeah, the
eco
eco crap.
thing,
I
yeah.
can't stand that.
Yeah.
There's no way to dismantle it.
Yeah. I don't
Can't
know.
stand it. I
Find
hate
a
it.
guy who can just fuck with the computer and the
Yeah, but then all of a
ECU
sudden
and-
you're probably going to see a world of problems on the dash.
oh yeah.
True. Light up like a Christmas tree.
That's the nickname of a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter,
What's that?
the Christmas tree.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, because the dash will always light up. Some problem will happen.
Yeah.
And
Oh, really?
And you can't get rid of that light without having some sort of service tech from Benz taking care of it.
Wow.
But I mean, you'll see guys drive Sprinters and they'll be like, red light here, green light
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
yellow light there.
How do you
Christmas
like
tree.
you like the Sprinter? I see them everywhere.
No, the Sprinters they're a great work van.
Yeah.
They're totally great.
Yeah.
I'm glad
I
I'm
always
not
thought
driving
about
it now at
getting
the
one of
price of
those.
diesel these days.
Sorry?
The price of diesel these days,
Yeah.
I'm got rid of it, man.
Just put died in there. I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
But everybody's pickup trucks, yeah, you guys are Masons, man.
I have a pickup truck, yeah.
You don't
I got
what?
van.
No, you can get away with
GMC
it.
van.
You got the TMC billboard, man.
The TMC, not GMC. Yeah.
On
It's a-
a GMC?
It's
Yeah.
a TMC on the GMC, and I
Yeah.
drive a GMC Sierra.
It kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Make sense.
I was
Like,
look the
yeah, I
red
never
letters.
thought of that,
I was
yeah.
gonna take the G away and put a T. Cool, right?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
yeah.
come on. I thought that would have been something.
Would they come after you?
I don't know. Come on.
Yeah, probably.
GMC Masonry Limited.
Yeah.
They would go after you probably.
No. I mean, on my vehicles.
Oh, okay, I get
vehicles.
what you're saying. I was
Everyone
like,
get on my
whoa.
page here.
got it.
On
Yeah.
my vehicles, take the G
That's
away.
actually not a bad idea.
Branding.
The Clitoris thing on the Ford Taurus.
What?
got
I haven't
what?
seen that, but
You
I've
ever
seen
that?
No, I haven't.
There's
No,
guys
no.
who drive Tauruses and they added the CLI.
Clitoris,
T in
that's
front of that,
wicked.
CLI.
Remember what I did to my Volkswagen?
I'm gonna get one just for that.
I had a Volkswagen Passat.
Oh yeah, you
I
said.
took dental floss. I took all the letters off Passat, and I scrambled them around to say tapas. I had the pizza guy come bring me pizza, okay? And he like it was
Oh, yeah.
it was
I remember
lower. It
the
had
story.
nice stance on it. He comes up. He's like, I love your car. I love your car. I was like, thank you. He's like, I've never heard of a Volkswagen Topaz before. And I'm like, that's so funny.
Very unique.
Yeah.
Comes out of a cereal box.
Yeah, it was funny.
That's what we used to do. Yeah, you that's the car detailing back in the day. That's how you mess around with it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
funny you said you take the fishing line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You scrape
back
them
and
off.
forth,
That's
man.
it.
It's the only way you don't damage the paint.
That's right. Because I wanted to look like that's how that's how it was. And it fooled that guy. Fooled
Yes,
the pizza guy.
Would it fool the parking guys? No.
I don't know.
That'd be hilarious. Him just,
Yeah, that's
Ready.
on my parking ticket.
Oh,
Volkswagen Topaz.
If it is, you're out of the ticket.
yeah.
That's it. See you
It's
later.
as simple as that.
Yeah. I see the Toyotas now. Toyota. You see that?
Toy.
They
Yoda,
They
like
put
Yoda.
Yoda in
Yes,
the Toyota
yes.
symbol.
I've seen that
Yeah.
as well too.
Yeah.
I like seeing I like that the construction industry is taking pride in their logos, the stickers, the branding.
Man, that's
Branding's
It's
huge.
it's
man.
like there's no such thing
Huge,
as you
yeah.
almost if you're that one guy with the one white magnet on the side of the door and just the information of the business.
Are you
on
gonna
it,
call him?
You
Yeah.
what?
Are you gonna call a guy who has a
No,
magnet
you're
on
not.
his
That's what I'm
door?
saying. So you got. I don't know if you
We
guys
talked
remember-
about the magnet.
Literally, I know,
wrapped
'cause I was
my
like-
van, when I wrapped my van, I was like, I gotta loud. It's gotta be loud.
Yeah,
and
you gotta
Absolutely.
penetrate. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like I like that the branding's all there.
You
Everybody's
want people
looking
to be
at it.
like,
yeah, what's all that about?
is that Manny?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what you want. You don't want none of
Then
this
you get the
magnet
Facebook
crap.
complaint say he was driving recklessly. One of your drivers was driving recklessly.
How many times have you gotten that?
I've gotten some.
You get it,
photos.
right? Of
Oh,
course
yeah.
you get it.
gotten.
This schmuck cut me off again.
Like fuck. Somebody called me when I was driving the van.
Yeah. And you answer the phone?
Is this TMC's office? I'm like, yeah. What's up?
They're right beside you?
He was behind me. I ran over something. I don't know if it was like a squished piece of a exhaust or whatever. It was a piece of like tin or metal. And when I ran it over, it picked it up and hit the car behind me, and it cracked the windshield.
Okay.
That guy's windshield.
Car.
But he said some part of my van came off the van, smashed his windshield, and he wants us to pay for it. And then I slowed down. Buddy's cruising up next to me, and I'm like, hello. I'm like, man, I'm telling you, I told him on the phone, I just said, listen, that was on the highway already. It was on the 401. It was on the highway. I ran over whatever it was. I couldn't respond that quick.
Yeah.
And whatever it was, it hit you. That's out of my control, man. Jeez. Like,
how close was he behind you?
He's pretty close. Stay off my ass.
Gentlemen, we got to wrap it up. I got to do the 12 questions. You ready for that?
Let's go.
Do it.
www.TMCMasonry.ca, TMCMasonryLTD@gmail.com, 519-716-1486, and on IG it's TMC.Masonry, and also find them on LinkedIn and Facebook. Tyler and Eddie's here. You ready for this?
Eduardo. Yeah, let's go.
Is it Eduardo?
That's my real name.
Say the whole name.
But you can't say
Say
it
the
if
whole
you can't
name.
roll the R.
No,
okay?
I'm not going to say it.
Say the whole name. Say the
Eduardo
whole name.
Javier Brenes Iglesias.
Say it again.
Eduardo Javier Brenes Iglesias.
When's the album come out?
Yeah, yo, Ricky's actually my long lost cousin.
rico.
Is he?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
He was having an attitude problem a few months back.
Was he? He's not my cousin.
All over
Man.
social media.
He's not my cousin. We're not related. Forget I said that.
What is your favorite construction word?
Fuck.
Favorite construction word.
It's a word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or could I? One of
Yeah, I
those.
was going to say, caray.
Least favorite tool?
Ryobi. That was clear. That was cleared up.
Yeah.
That was cleared up.
Same.
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
What construction sound do you guys love?
Yeah.
Or the new machine.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever the backup sound.
What's that sound?
It's weird. It's about the new.
It's called a squawker.
Yeah.
It's on my newest telehandler.
Wait. It kind of does like a...
It's like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why? Why did they get rid of that?
I don't
why
know.
Did they change that?
I don't know. Maybe
It's
so
a-
that we can start at 6 in the morning.
with zero complaints. I have
Yeah.
one machine that screamed like.
Oh my god, we had to
it's like,
disconnect the fucking thing. Yeah.
So to start early, I just disconnect it so we can work and reverse without waking up half the neighborhood.
7 in the
And then
morning.
7 o'clock, put it back in.
Yeah.
We still got complaints though.
Of course you will.
Right.
What's your favorite beverage?
Anything non-alcoholic.
Yeah, we're on that. We're on the Heineken
We're on that
double
kick,
zeros
buddy.
now.
All right, you know what? Everyone's got to go try that 00 Stiegel.
Yeah,
If you drink Stiegel, buddy, identical.
That's pretty good.
Really?
Freaking awesome, yeah. I'm hooked on that.
What's the worst and best part of construction?
Working with your best friend.
That's the worst?
Best and worst.
That's the best and worst?
Could be. Yeah.
What's it yours?
Yeah. So the best part is obviously being on site with my team.
You're always on site?
Oh yeah.
Always stop by site?
Yeah. Every day.
Sometimes multiple.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The worst part is all the driving, man.
You try to keep a tight radius?
I think I'm gonna get a TMC helicopter, to be honest.
A little drone that flies
How high
around.
can you go up with a cube of bricks in there?
Not true. It's true.
Another business idea. There you go.
Man, there's those helicopters that are lifting pieces to the CN Tower. I'm gonna get one of those.
Yeah.
What's your favorite curse word?
Caray!
You hear it on the job site all the time.
Va pa porra!
What's your favorite vehicle in the entire world? Any mode of transportation?
I'd have to say the GMC van.
The TMC van.
The TMC van, yeah.
The TMC GMC. For me, I'm gonna say an R8.
No,
Mikey he got rid of it.
Mikey's got an R8,
Yeah,
no?
he got rid of it.
does it?
recently.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's got
You didn't call me.
He's got
Shit.
something else going on.
I'm ready.
He's got something else. Doesn't have an R in front of it.
Oh, really?
Has an L in front of it.
Come on.
What do you guys miss from your childhood?
No stress.
Yeah, like no responsibility.
Yeah.
What profession other than your own would you guys like to attempt one day?
Coding.
OnlyFans.
Coding?
Coding.
OnlyFans? You're gonna code his OnlyFans? You guys don't follow Bob Baker, do you? Plumber out of Calgary?
No. Does he have an OnlyFans?
No, he was talking about influencers, and then OnlyFans came up, and he had a really good rant this morning, first thing in the morning, his time. And I was like, respect, I totally understand it. He was like, listen, you want to do it, go ahead. You don't understand the mental that's going to happen to you later on.
Oh, 100%. The down.
Like, there's going to be a whole industry developed dealing with the mental attached to that.
Yeah.
When these OnlyFans people basically don't have that audience anymore. How they're going to disappear.
That's right.
But go by all means, have some fun.
It's true.
I mean,
it's true. At the end of the day, you know what they're after.
Yeah. That's just how it is, right?
Yeah, numbers in a bank account.
But I guess you could be a bricklayer OnlyFans.
You could. Yeah, there's actually a girl that I follow.
Of course you follow.
No, but she has
how much is her subscription?
I haven't got there yet.
What profession would you not like to do?
I would hate being a teacher in like elementary.
Classroom teacher.
Yeah, classroom teacher, yeah. I'd love to teach and educate, but just not in a classroom.
Psychiatrist.
I would, yeah.
Kind of are, no?
Eh?
Yeah, you have to be.
No doubt, eh?
Yeah, think about all the calls you get, yeah.
Good call, Manny.
Yeah.
Last question. If heaven exists, what would you guys like to hear God say when you arrive at those pearly gates?
Bienvenido.
Buongiorno. You finally made it, you cocksucker.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
That's if we make it to heaven, fuck.
Yeah, that's what he's going to say.
You can lay the blocks all the way there.
Yeah.
Lay the blocks
He's
all
just
the way
going to be
there.
like, you made it.
Yeah, damn,
You made
son.
it.
How many more blocks we got? We just need one more. Guys stepping inside.
You need to build a wall up here somewhere?
We're going to be Yellow Brick Road.
The yellow brick.
Yellow Brick Road. Gentlemen, man, absolute pleasure having you guys on the
Yeah,
show. Thanks so much, man.
Thank you. It's been an honor.
I fucking love the shirts.
I forgot about these. I love that shit. What did we get more of those made?
No, we didn't. Just one.
I'll wear this one several times, man.
Perfect. Yeah, every episode.
You guys ready? You going back to the job site right now?
No,
we're done. Playing the rest of the day.
We're done. We're gonna go hang out for a bit and
Get some
probably,
shit done.
Yeah. Probably go grab something to eat.
Yeah, starving.
And then take the nice. Well, it's not that long. Like
It's not
an
that
hour
bad of a drive.
Hour,
We have a lot of people
hour.
coming out from you guys, right?
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, totally. There's been a lot of people coming this way.
From like KW area?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good,
I'm always impressed, man. Lots of people coming
Yeah.
in. We just had guys in here in the studio that drove from Buffalo.
Oh, wow.
Coming here, which is good.
Yeah, has anyone flown in?
Yeah. From
Nice.
Vancouver,
Yeah, eh?
from Winnipeg.
Wicked.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Show's getting around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
yeah, for
That's
sure.
what you want.
You're killing it, man.
No, I love this. I love doing this. I got to get back on the job site. I miss being on the job site.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
there's
That's
that
what I was going to
smell.
say. Do you
Yeah.
miss
Of course
the
I do.
tools,
1,000%
man?
I miss
Yeah.
it. 1,000% I miss it.
Yeah.
There's nothing
Right.
like it. I think men need to work with their hands.
So-
you want to increase your testosterone? Get on a fucking job site. That's
true.
it.
That's true.
Yeah.
But you're a GC?
It used to be.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm a podcast host now.
That's
Yeah.
it.
I'm not ashamed of it.
No.
It's
why would you?
amazing.
I built
man.
a platform for
This
you
is
guys to
amazing.
talk.
Exactly. A
That's
voice.
what I've done.
Yeah.
There's other people that are doing construction podcasts, but I don't think it's
Yeah.
the same.
Not on your
Not that I
scale.
listen to it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's just I don't think. Yeah, it's gonna be funny. We'll get you guys on the show next
Yeah.
week at
Sweet.
CCE.
Okay.
We'll
Hell
figure
yeah.
something out, and
Yeah.
then we're also going to be at CMPX, which is a plumbing show.
Okay.
On in March.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, we're going to be taking
Cool.
the show on the road a little bit.
So are you going both days or just on
Both days we're going to be
Both
there.
days.
We're going to be a
Perfect.
booth. Hall
Yeah,
number
nice.
one. Hall number one.
Hall number
1106.
Sick.
Yeah.
We'll go see
1106. I'll
Okay.
text you guys and you guys have it.
Yeah,
so
do
you
it.
can
Yeah,
stop
yeah,
by.
yeah.
And you guys are going both days.
Yep.
Yep.
There's a lot to see.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And there's some big toys there as well too.
I'm
Yeah.
excited
So
for that.
check it out, right?
And I know Manulift's gonna be there. I'm pretty
course.
sure. Yeah,
Yep.
because we just got a nice Merlot secured.
Oh, man.
so
That thing's freaking beautiful.
I'm excited.
When's it arriving?
It's coming from Italy.
Really? Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time I see the name Manulift on the side, I just continue Manuel.
That's hilarious.
Manuel.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, man.
That's
we
how
got-
I envision it. That's how I
Yeah.
see it. But
Yeah.
it's a Manulift. I get it. I understand.
No, they're great guys there, and I know my rep's going to be there too. The sales rep that I deal with. So, and I really want that machine sooner than later. So
When are they
If
predicted?
he's listening, end of March. End of
It's
March.
not too far away.
No, it's
no, no.
not. But it could be into
month, 2
April.
months.
So We'll see how things go.
What is it, on the boat right now? Or has it even gone on the boat?
I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure when it comes to the logistics of it, but all I know is end of March, sometime in April, beginning of April. And if somebody says that they can't take theirs when they had theirs scheduled, then I'll get bumped up and I might be able to get it sooner.
Why wouldn't they be able to take?
It could be like a job got canceled out. That's where the machine was going. Now they don't want it yet until they take another project because they don't want to take a machine, especially the price of it.
You need to start using it.
You want to start making money with the machine.
Yeah.
So, and that's my thing too. This is giving me time to sell one of my telehandlers. So, it's all kind of working out.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, man.
Well
Thank you.
man.
Thank you.
Been awesome.
Angelina, we're out of here.